Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Should be ready. I ain't got a cold. It never came in the end. Although saying that, my throat is slightly worse than it was yesterday, but not a lot. This is probably just from all the talking I did yesterday, to be honest. Right, got a couple of comments. Rocket said, right, mate. Dumble Sour Boo said, make sure you go to the bog and coil a steamer first before starting the vid, mate. Funny thing is, it wore off yesterday in the end, but now I've already been today. D800, right, mate. Liam, all right. I watched one of the things we mentioned, not a film. I'll wait until a couple of people get on, then I'll mention it. But yeah, I've got some of the films that we mentioned, which I'll tell you in a minute. I've watched one of the things we spoke about. What else? Got a couple of subjects we can talk about. Oh, and today I've got the 30-second slow mode on. It might give me a chance to answer some of the questions, because I like to try and answer some of the stuff in a bit more in depth, but sometimes there's just so many things going, you don't get a chance to give a decent answer. Do you know what I mean? Fallout player said, I feel like shit. I think I've got a touch of flu. Yeah, it seems to be going round. All my family's had it. I just seem to have not caught it quite yet. Feels like I'm getting it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I think Liam, weapons and stuff, he said he had something like that recently. Looks like you've got it now. Rocket said, I think it's going around, mate. Lap bricks. All right. Jim Crowhurst, I'm on, mate. So sorry in advance. Cheers for joining. If you lot didn't see this, at the beginning I wrote about clicking the bell. If you want to make sure you get notifications for these, click the bell and then you'll actually get a notification as soon as I go live. So you won't miss it then. The funny thing is, I was only reminded about that by accident. I was watching there's YouTube videos from YouTube that give you sort of tips, and they was going on about that. And nearly all the comments were saying how much they hate having to click the bell thing, because in the old days you just used to do click subscribe, and then you'd always get the videos. But now you click subscribe, and if you miss a couple of videos, they stop sending you them. So, yeah, click the bell if you want to make sure you get notifications. The only way to really subscribe properly now, unless you watch people's videos regularly. Black Brick said Trump wants bump stocks outlawed. Trump wants bump stocks outlawed. Disappointed. Does he? That's surprising, isn't it? Weapons stuff. I think YouTube debells you from some channel. I had to re-click it several times on certain people as they keep undoing it. Yeah, Bushcrapping said that as well. Bushcrapping said no matter what he does, it never works. Yeah, bizarre. It's annoying. The only way you can really make sure you ever get people's videos is to watch every one of their videos anyway. It's such a stupid system, you know. Fallout player, bump stocks don't work most of the time. Plus a belt loop and string will do the exact same thing. Can't outlaw belts. Yeah, people can always get creative and come up with their own methods anyway, can't they? You know what I mean? Jim Crowhurst, your notifications always come through. Found JDR on Facebook, can't find you though. I've turned it off at the minute. I'll turn it back on soon. It's just too much to do both, and it gets on my nerves. But I'll probably turn it back on because it's good for notifying people of stuff. You know, it does help, I think. But yeah, I've got one. I've just turned it off for a minute, for about a couple of months. It's just getting too much trying to do both. That bricks, yeah, Fallout player, you can bump fire without the stock. Yeah, exactly. Weapons stuff, it works fine with yours, but I bookmark you and some other channels anyway. I can manually check my videos. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I think I've only ever done the bell on 2 channels anyway, and that's yours, Liam, weapons and stuff, and my brother's. It's the only ones I've ever done it on. You know, so I definitely get yours, but everyone else, I'll just either leave it or just check them anyway, you know what I mean? But I see, it's all about how regularly you watch, isn't it? If you watch regularly, they'll send you them. But it's just like a backwards way of doing it, I think. You know, all that play. I've been on a Doctor Who binge watching Rampage lately. Ah, nice. Do you know, on the horror channel over here in England, there's a channel called the Horror Channel. They've shown loads of old ones, and I found my favourite Doctor Who. I've got a couple I really like, but I liked John Pertwee. Is it John Pertwee? Sean Pertwee's dad, isn't it? Yeah. John Pertwee was good. I really like John Pertwee. His his doctor was really bizarre. I like all that because he does a lot of karate. What's their karate called? There's a name for it, isn't there? Can't remember what it's called, but yeah, he does a lot of fighting. I always liked my favourites was John Pertwee. Tom Baker's pretty good, but I liked Christopher Eccleston a lot. I really liked Christopher Eccleston's series or 2 series he did. I always liked Paul McGann's film. I reckon he would have been a really good Doctor Who if he'd have managed to do more. But yeah, he because that movie Paul McGann did was going to be a pilot, wasn't it, for an American series of Doctor Who, I think, and it wasn't successful. But yeah, he's done. I don't know if you not know this. He's done a lot of audio books, so he's done lots of Doctor Who, just as in audio instead. Other stuff, I only like the classic Doctor Who, Tom Baker, John Pertwee. They're good, aren't they? I like the old ones. They're very different. But yeah, I didn't watch any of the David Tennant ones because I'm not a fan of David Tennant in the slightest. Quite dislike him. Matt Smith I probably would have watched, but just didn't. But I didn't get, I hadn't got back into it. And then Peter Capaldi was quite good. But yeah, the old ones are quite different, aren't they? Double Sabu, Blake Seven was great at the time too. You know what? I've never managed to watch that yet, but I want to. That's one of the things I want to watch eventually. But, I'll tell you what, mate. I did watch that. Was it Duncan Dares with John Lofty Wiseman? I watched that today. That was good. That looked like that would have been a good episode. Partly why I liked it was because it's old. They used to make things different in the old days, didn't they? It wasn't like dramatised, and they didn't have added music to make tension and that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I watched it earlier. Slingshot Warrior. Have you watched Red Dawn? No, I'll put that on the list though. I've got some of the films we mentioned, which I'll tell you in a minute. Rather than my favourite Doctor Who audio book was the Spare Parts one, Cybermen Origins one, quite brutal and dark. Yeah, to be honest, I know that Paul McGann did them, but I've never listened to any. But when they're saying that, I have listened to some on Radio 4 or Radio 4 Extra. I listen to Radio 4 Extra, and they do the Comedy Club from like 10 to 12. And after that, it's like the Sci-Fi Hour or something like that. And then sometimes they have the Doctor Who's on there. But I've never listened to a whole lot of them, Black Bricks, I like the Band of Brothers miniseries. Yeah, that's another thing I've never seen. Slingshot Warrior, I have the original and the remake. Yeah, I'll put that on the list. What was it? Red Dawn. That is something I want to watch. I'll get that soon. What else? Band of Brothers. Yeah, never got round to watching that. I'll tell you what I did get though today. Just read these quick ones. You've seen Dunkirk movie? No, I was going to watch that in the cinema, but I think we watched a couple. We watched It, Mother, and American Assassin, was it? And then we never got round to watching Dunkirk in the end. Saw it and was confusing the entire movie. Too much jumping. Also really bland. Right. No, I've never seen it, mate. Eric said hello. All right, mate. Don't watch the remake. Watch the original Red Dawn. I probably would anyway. I normally would always watch the original first, That brick, the tablet thing in the background isn't on. Ah, nice. Glad you told me. I thought I forgot something. Oh, and have you noticed it's slightly lighter in here as well? I've got a light on. Cheers. Yeah. The funny thing is, I kept having this thought. I forgot something. And I made sure I turned the light on. Yeah, so it was that I forgot to turn on. Shot Warrior. I'm a Babylon 5 fan. Don't know if I watched any of them. I was going to tell you what I downloaded, didn't I? What's that? Jim Crow. No worries. Big fan, anyways. What films did you get through in the end? Sorry, listening, but screaming bloody kids. Yeah, I tried to do a video earlier, but my niece and nephew are here, so that all had shouting and screaming in the background, and my brother hoovering. I got in the end. These are what I downloaded, ready to watch soon. I've got Island of Death, The Accountant, Virus. I can borrow The Revenant on DVD. I also got Soul Station and Dead Mine. So during the week, I'll watch some of them. G800, have you seen Return of Oz? The Wheeled People are creepy. No, I don't think I have seen that. Right, I'll put that on the list. Dead Ninja's on. Right, mate. Weapon stuff. The light makes it less yellow, which is good. Yeah. It gets a bit sort of yellow and orange in here, doesn't it? Yeah. Got a light on that there. Plugged in. It should last. Wolverines, is that a film, Shed Ninja, or is that from Red Dawn or something? Oh, I've got to stop messing around with this pen, otherwise I'll keep doing this again. The whole fucking thing next to the microphone. Fallout Player, the Pacific series of movies is great. It's about a Jap-American war in the Pacific. Make sure you get the whole set though. All right. Eric, ever seen Event Horizon? Now you're getting onto sci-fis, and I want you to recommend to me some sci-fi films. Yeah, I have seen Event Horizon. I really like that. Slingshot Warrior, it's the sci-fi show. Warrior. They are doing a remake of The Wizard of Oz too. Yeah. Slingshot Warrior, yeah. Rocket, Hallmark. Right, yeah. So, yeah, so I got Island of Death, The Accountant, Virus, Revenant, Soul Station, and Dead Mine, which I'll watch one or two of them in the week. If I remember, we'll do the old vote thing at the end. So if I forget, remind me, we'll do a little vote at the end, and you can vote for which one or two of them that I'll watch. Yeah, I had a feeling Shed Ninja. It was probably from Red Dawn. Yeah, from Red Dawn, Avenge Me. One of my favourite quotes from it. I was like that. If I was dying, I'd tell someone to avenge me, definitely. Event Horizon is more sci-fi horror. Yeah, actually, that's what I meant. Recommend to me some sci-fi horrors. I don't mind sci-fi, but I prefer like a sci-fi horror. If you can think of any. Still didn't know if anyone had ever seen the film Twice Under. Did anyone ever reckon they'd seen that? Warrior, have you ever explored the tunnels underneath UK? I've been in two tunnels, sort of, that not many people have been in. One is near us. There's tunnels underneath the motorway. They're like sewerage tunnels, sort of thing. And been in. That's where we used to play. We used to go down there and go in the manholes, and a bit like it through the tunnels and in the things in the manhole. And had a big pit in it. And then I've also been in certain courts, Crown Courts in UK. There's a tunnel. There's tunnels from the police station to the court that go under the cities, and I've been through one of those before. Go down some stairs in the police station, and there's a tunnel that leads, big long tunnel with all pipes. You can imagine like square tunnel with lots of pipes and wires down the edges. And you walk down there, and you come up, and then you put in some cells, and then you're in the court. Yeah, that's the only sort of tunnels I've been in. Rocket, you need to get Day of the Jackal. Yeah, I'll put that on. I forgot about that. Fallout Player said The Martian was pretty good, although I like the book better. Seems to be a case of all movies based on... Yeah, all books are normally better than the films, aren't they? 99%, I'd say. Fallout Player wasn't Apollo 13 a horror film? Yeah, I've got that on DVD. I like that. Weapons and Stuff. Red Dawn had the mocked up T-72 and Abrams tank that were realistic enough that the CIA thought the filmmaker somehow got real ones and investigated them. The mocked up Hind was crap though. I'll definitely watch it and check that out. That sounds interesting how you said that. Jim Crowhurst, you had to say The Accountant, nice one. I'm watching the Counterpart TV show. Storyline's a bit iffy, but a wicked show if you like good drama. Yeah, I've got it now, ready to watch, so we'll vote at the end. Slingshot Warrior Tremors is a good sci-fi horror. Yeah, got that. Ain't there loads of Tremors now? There's like 6 of them there, I think. I've seen the first 2, I think. Not swearing at you. Pitch Black, I think I've not seen that properly, but I would watch it. Jim Crowhurst, yeah. I've been to Belmarsh too. Dumbledore Burr watched Pandorium the other day. That's a good sci-fi horror, mate. What happens in that? Because I think I've seen that, but now I can't remember. What is Pandora? I'm sure I've seen that. Rocket said Extra. I'll put that on the list. Slingshot Warrior England has miles of tunnels. Yeah, that's the only ones I've been in. And I've been in quite a few caves. We've got some caves near us, some like hand dug caves. And I've been like Cheddar Gorge, which is caves, about 2 or 3 times. Oliver Harris, I'm from Pakistan. Shed Ninja, Phase 4, the 70s movie with the ants. I'm not, was that Phase? Yeah, it's Phase 4, isn't it? I'll check that one out, mate. Definitely. Opens off Amiga Man. Yeah, I said I'd not seen them, had I? Things or a Burt Gummer is awesome. Bristol Watcher. All right, mate. Watch Fallout Power. Watch a documentary on how channel tunnels were made. Yeah, pretty cool documentary and interesting to learn how they made and how they almost never were built. Yeah, I bet that probably was interesting. Unbroken, not sure if I've seen that. Rumbleside Buddha used the same mocked up hind and Australian camo jumpsuits in Rambo 3. No. Right, what was the topics I had? I had a couple. Yeah, Dumble's Boo. If it was you, I did watch that Duncan Dares. It was good. Dude PX, hi Mike. If you ever make it out to Oregon, we can go check out a load of nice makers. Benchmade, Leatherman, CRKT, Gerber, Kershaw, all made in Portland, Oregon. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'd be up for that. Definitely. I'd be having to go around the country visiting people, but yeah, no, I'd love that. Austrian, I meant. I thought that sounded a bit weird, Australian. Right, I've got a bit of a topic. I'll just read this. Fallout. Gerber lost their charm. Stuff. Yeah, it's the side cockpit only the prototype Hinds had. All the proper Hinds had the over under cockpit. Oliver Harris, how many guns do you have? Well, I'll have to guess because I can't remember specifically, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, probably nearly 30, I'd say. About 30 guns. Tallest Monkey in the Jungle. Have you seen Scanners and Videodrome? Yeah, got both of them on DVD. They're really good. Do like Scanners, your head blowing up, and Videodrome's a bit I'm getting a gun out of his stomach and that. Good, isn't it? Things that were critters is Not great, but I got the box set of Critters. I did get some DVDs out. Here's that Bad Boy Bubby one I was on about. I'll read you the back of it. Nicholas Hope gives an astonishing performance as Bubby, a demented man-child kept locked his entire life in a squalid apartment by his depraved mother who uses him for sex. When Bubby, who can only communicate by mimicking what others say and do, escapes into the outside world, he soon discovers young women, crime, rock and roll, and pizza. Will this naive, mad bastard be destroyed by the realities of our cruel world, or does a higher calling ultimately await him in the most unlikely place of all? Yeah, good film that is. Well worth watching. Fallout player, do you guys across the pond have any buck knives? Buck probably makes the best, most quality knives in my opinion. I don't think I've got any actual buck knives, but I've got similar knives. But yeah, you can get them over here. And people do buy them over here. That bricks, Moroccan knives are nice. Yeah, if that's the Moras, yeah, Moras are always good. Campbell's elbow. Funny enough, the hind flew better with the wings on the side, which was the invention of the movie prop department. And stuff. I like The Brood the most of the Cronenberg films. There's the great Oliver Reed in it as well. Oh, I like Oliver Reed. He's one of my favourite actors. He is. I've never seen that, you know. I don't think. And I've seen quite a few of Cronenberg films. I must have missed that one somehow. I've put that on. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah, I've not seen that properly for years and years and years. I don't think. I might have to get that. Glitchy nose again. Ancient Warrior, I thought you Brits were more dagger people than Bowie. A bit of everything, isn't we? I do like a good Bowie knife, but I like daggers personally because I just always like knives that are designed for hurting people, basically. Do you know what I mean? You know, they've got a bit of mystique to them. A knife that's designed purely for killing someone. You know what I mean? Wallet paid more knives are nice, but buck knives are made here in the US, have a lifetime warranty, and it's carried by many outdoormen and most, if not all, hunters. Yeah, I've got buck type knives, but I don't think I've ever had an actual. No, I may have had a buck knife actually. Saying that, I'll have to get all my things out. That brick, do you like AC/DC? I don't mind them. I'm not a massive fan of them. Like I ain't got loads of their CDs or anything, albums, but I have heard AC/DC songs that I like. Weapon stuff. It's one with the deformed demonic killer dwarf children in. What ones? Oh no, I don't think I've seen that then, Liam. Sliver though, yeah. Dumbledore boot, Sliver starring Michael Rooker is a good. I've got Sliver on DVD. Fallout Hills Have Eyes, that movie. Alex, how do you maintain your knives in storage? Is there any oil would you recommend? Well, silicone gun oil is normally alright on knives because it's alright on metal and wood. And sometimes I put a bit of oil on them, wrap the knife in a rag. If you're not going to touch them for ages, oil them, wrap them in a rag, and then wrap that up in like a plastic bag, and then just tape the whole thing up. You know, or put them in the box and then put it in a plastic bag and tape the whole bag up. 800, have you seen Skinned Deep? The strangest cheap horror movie has stars Warwick Davis. No, never seen that. Is it Skinned Deep, is it? I think Warrior the movie Troll was a good fantasy. Got a few Gil Hibben handmade berries. It's Hibben, isn't it? Hibben. Not Hyben, it's Hibben, isn't it? Rocket Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah, I got that on DVD, I think. I do PX. I loved Life Force when it came out in the 80s. Doesn't hold up though. I think half of it was being turned on by naked chick walking around throughout the movie. You know what? I've never seen that. Other stuff. Sword oil can sometimes be bought cheap in bulk. Very good for knives and swords. Proper sword oil also doesn't damage leather unlike cheaper oils. Yeah, that's a good point actually. All this monk in the jungle, cannibal ferox. Yeah, seen that. I think that's got two different names. I think we call it something different over here, or other places they call it something different. Demon WD-40 is good for knives. Do not leave them in their leather sheaths as the moisture from the leather will rust the blade after time. Ancient Warrior, they never do films about travelling between dimensions anymore. No, the Dark Tower would have had that kind of stuff, but it may, the books do. You know what I mean? I'd never watch that film. Every bit should own a Fairbairn type fighting knife. Yeah, I got one under my bed, mate. Walnut player, have you got any recommendation for good portable knife sharpener? That's not a pull through. Do not destroy your knife, something I can take out camping and hunting. No, to be honest, before you said not a pull through, that is what I would have shown you. That's all I've got is either you can get like you get like a butterfly knife type thing that has like a diamond rod in it. That might be quite good. Yeah, you can flip it out like a butterfly knife. Fold, you know what I mean. Ballast on. 200, yeah, 2000, 2001, it's so awful. It's good. Or a Life Force. It's good. Double so, but yeah, the Human Centipede, I've watched a couple of them. Yeah, here's one you might like. You ever seen that? Bubba Hotep. Weapons stuff, yeah, you get double-sided stones that sharpen, that fit in the pocket. Yeah, this is good. I like this. I think they made a sequel to it in the end, but I didn't watch it because partly why I like this is because Bruce Campbell's in it. Slingshot Warrior Wolves was a good indie horror action. Never seen that. When Electro gets on, I don't know if he's going to be, what time he's going to get on. We're going to talk about something he wants to talk about. I won't mention it yet. He asked me about something. I said I'd talk about it on here. You've not seen The Day After. That's a great movie about nuclear war. I'll check that out. Here's an idea I had about something I've never seen anyone do. Do you think it'd be worth making a survival air pistol? Because like I've done a survival air rifle. What do you think of a survival air pistol? With it'd have to be a Springer. But what about a survival air pistol with similar things you'd have on there? Like this could have a sight on it. It's got open sights. You could probably fit some stuff inside the handle. Do you think that would be worth doing or not? Or would it? Because the only thing is they're not very powerful. Because you'd have to get a full power one, wouldn't you? Slingshot Warrior. I love Bubba Hotep, was awesome. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Weapons stuff, have you seen Frozen? Not the Disney one, where the people get trapped in a ski lift. That was good, but they missed an easy way to escape. No, I've seen a bit of it though, because it was on the Horror Channel, and I think I watched about 10 minutes of it, and then I didn't fall asleep or nothing. I must have been like wanting to do something else. Yeah. What do you reckon? You probably could do a survival pistol, couldn't you? It's just trying to think of. I bet you could fit stuff in the handle for this, and I know it's a hollow handle. I took it apart. Probably could get like a fishing kit in there. And if you had one like that pistol up there, this one, if you had one of these, but a good one, you could probably drill a hole in the handle, the wooden stop, possibly. I'm not sure. Rocket said survival pistol sounds good. Generic Xboxer, mate. Rocket, I had a Webley Tempest and a BSA Scorpion back in the day. Eric, I don't usually watch TV, but I watched Hobo with a Shotgun on the Horror Channel. Laugh Mars, that's funny. No, funny, I watch that on the Horror Channel. It's quite good, isn't it? Alex says, probably not, as you are a restricted 6-foot pounder, so a crossbow would be good. Yeah, this one's set up like a sort of shit hit the fan. Yeah, you could easily do that, you're right, with a pistol crossbow. You could fit all the things on, and that's definitely got a hollow handle. You're probably right, these might be better. Because this has a hollow handle under here. That's completely hollow. Underneath those handle scales, that's just skeletonized. But yeah, that's the only thing with pistols. If it was over 6 foot pounds, weapons and stuff, said if it was over 6 foot pound, might be good. Can't hurt to do a video on it though. Yeah, that's the only thing is the power. But I think if you're close enough or good enough shot, I think you can kill some small game. But you know, it's going to be harder. More like play if you use Velcro on a pistol, you could make it modular. Like put a small knife, ferro rod, and other stuff on there. Yeah, good idea. Generic Xboxer, when did you first get into guns and why? Just as a kid, I'd seen them in my house. Like my dad had a crossbow, like a truncheon and a Fairbairn Sykes knife. I remember seeing them when I was about 5. Always used to have toy guns and that, so I'd always liked them. And then I just like movies, always loved any movies with guns. Used to love Arnold Schwarzenegger films. Some of his films are like gun porn, you know. And yeah, and then the first guns we ever got, Malcolm got a MP5 BB gun, and I got like a Magnum revolver BB gun. And that was the beginning of like our good guns, if you know what I mean, not toy guns. Remember the stuff, when you get the red back, do a survival one of those? Yeah, I reckon I will. That'd be a better option, wouldn't it? Or did you hear about the new law about far-right websites in the UK? It's like 1984. No, I've not. I've not seen that, mate. I'll have to look that up. Eric said Toxic Avenger's brilliant. Yeah, I do like them. I watched quite a few of them. And Kabuki Man, and what's the company that makes them? Troma. I watched quite a few of the Troma films. 800 Terra Firma. Eric, I watched Lady Snowbird yesterday. That was fun. You know what? I never heard of that. Alex, how about something like a semi-auto crossbow pistol amazing? Yeah, you could Jack Strider, not Jack Strider, just see Jack Strider come on and make me say his name out. George Sprav has done something like that, hasn't he? Dude, PX, I'm seeing Trailer Park Boys live on the 6th. Ah, nice. Yeah, I love the Trailer Park Boys. Well, I just noticed the Google logo in the corner. Along, it was sponsored by Google. I'll tell you why that is, because I do these through the Google Hangouts. It's the easiest way for me to do it. Jack Striker's on. Pistol crossbow, best way to carry bolts is 58 pattern belt and a water bottle pouches. Bolts fit in pattern. Yeah, I've seen your thing. You can get like a pile like that in there, can't you? Weapons off, they basically said if something is right wing or hate speech, they can be jailed for even looking at it. Fucking hell, that takes the piss, doesn't it? It does make you wonder, you know, it makes you fucking sort of scared to go on websites, doesn't it? Because you're not actually doing anything. Terrible. I hate this country. Sometimes. I do quite like England, Britain, but some of the laws we have over here are fucking ridiculous. If you had the chance to move to States, would you? Yeah, 3 places I would probably live if I had, because I would probably stay here as long as I could. You know, if I had to, I wouldn't mind. It would either be America, Canada, or Australia. You know what I mean? Anywhere English speaking. But probably for the guns, it would be America would be the best place, wouldn't it? Rocket, you can say hi to my son Jackson, please, mate. All right, Jackson. Eric, Lady Snowblood. Yeah, I thought that sounded a bit weird. What up, Blair? Wish you guys over there had Constitution. First Amendment would be great for you guys. Eric said, can't beat a good revenge film. Yeah, no, I do like revenge films. Some of the really good genre, that is. Prank films are funny. I've never seen them. Bristol, the Crossman Ratcat are powerful for a survival gun. Yeah, I've got the Crossman 2240, which is about the same, I think. That's supposed to be 5 foot-pound or something like that. That's got a hollow handle as well. The only thing that puts me off with this, though... Oh, yeah, the Ratcatcher. So that's the carbine one that's like 8 foot-pounds in or something like that, 9 foot, 10 foot-pounds. It's the CO2. CO2 always sort of... You want something where you either pump it up or spring. Alex said use a VPN. What's that if you go on these websites? Guys, I don't go on them anyway, so what up there? Say apples if you're being held at baton point. Yeah, that way. No, I'm alright. Weapon stuff. I'd recommend Tor browser to you then, Mike. If you use that, look at anything they might class as dodgy. I'd put your IP address behind 3 different proxies to make sure. Harder stress. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't actually ever go on anything like that anyway. Outdoor Eric. Alright, mate. Yeah, generic Xbox 1776. Give us liberty or give us death. 2018. Stop shutting down my channel, will you wanker? Yeah, exactly. All that player, for some reason I want to buy a Henry survival rifle. Yeah, I would get something like that if I could. I like the look of all them survival rifles. You ever seen my survival crossbow I made? Come on up to make something like commercial like that. Things short warrior, the Count of Monte Cristo is a good revenge film. Yeah, I've never seen that or read the book or whatever, if it is a book or a play or whatever. But yeah, that does sound good. I've looked up, read the Wikipedia of it. Eric CO2 is a scan. Well, it's dear and it runs out. That's the thing I don't like. You know, I can't shoot this at the minute or any of my CO2 guns because I've got no CO2 for it. Whereas this, I can shoot all day long, you know, no bother at all. If I saw a Hickok video on the 4570 lever gun, that was a Henry. That was a lovely gun. Some say, but you've seen Cold Skin, mate? No, don't think so. Never even heard of that. I'll whack that on the old list. I reckon that'll do for recommendations for films just for now, because I've got a full list now. I'll say this because I don't know if you all heard this earlier. If you want to make sure you see these live streams, make sure you subscribe. I imagine most of you subscribe anyway. And click the bell. You know the bell underneath thing. You click that. When I go live, it will tell you. Then you won't miss them then. Because I do sometimes do random ones. I'll always do the Friday night one. I'll always do the Saturday night one as long as I'm in. But you know, they're regular. But yeah, every now and then I'll do a random one in the day. Generic Xbox. This is to the Fallout player. The First Amendment of the United States is ignored anyway. Just like the second is ignored. Slingshot Warrior. I really wish a lot more people in our community would join BitChute. I had noticed quite a few had though. When I was on there was just like me and you, I think. Maybe 1 or 2 others, you know. And then suddenly with this new thing that YouTube done, suddenly loads went on there. My subscribers went up a bit on there. All that player, I've got a 3030. It's basically a watered down version of a 4570. Even a 3030 will take any animal in North America. 4570 will drop an elephant. Nice. Yeah, so I'll probably do a video on a survival pistol then. That's what I thought I'd ask about it. But the only thing is it a viable option? I suppose it sort of is. You know, It wouldn't be a self-defense survival one. It'd be more, you know, like needing to feed yourself sort of thing. But, I think you're right. Pistol crossbow would be the better option. I'll probably do that. I may do a pistol, an air pistol anyway, but just so it's out there, people can try it if they want. Yeah, I think what you said, a um, pistol crossbow would be good. Survival one. Alex, they had an article in our local paper today about petitioning the local government to license air rifles. Too many crazy cat women. Yeah, I hope that don't go through. But I don't want to get a license, but I'd have to. You know what I mean? So I'm not giving up my air rifles. Um, Hopefully, it's just to buy it and then that's it. You know what I mean? Or whatever, pay for it. And, you know. Jumbo said, Mike, you gonna get a knuckle dust attack, mate? I'm thinking of getting one. You know, well, I've only ever got that one. I wouldn't mind a knuckle duster tattoo though. That'd be something that sort of relevant to me at least. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen anything I really like thought I'd have that forever and agree with it forever. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, knuckle duster tattoo would be all right. Definitely. Slingshot Warrior, can you use grappling hook? I've never used one, but I reckon I probably could. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna do another because some of my most popular videos was the zombie survival ones. I was gonna do what I call real zombie survival kit and stuff that I would think that you would really need if that actually happened. Because like the other ones I did was like fantasy things and all of these guns and that. You know what I mean? And but I thought about it, and yeah, you might need one gun and shitloads of ammo, but you'd need tools and stuff in a real survival zombie survival situation because you'd need tools to board yourself up somewhere. You'd need a graph because what you'd be better off doing is blocking all the windows and doors downstairs and having access to the second story only. So you may need a grappling hook to get onto roofs. And another thing I thought, if you was getting chased by zombies and you kicked a door in, you then have to hold that door shut. Well, you need to carry padlocks and stuff to lock the doors behind you. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But yeah, I may still do that. I started doing some of the stuff for it, but it was more instead of the fantasy kind of kits. It was more a more realistic kit. You know, I don't believe in zombies, and I don't think it would ever happen. But just thought it'd be a more interesting thing to do something realistic. You'd need shit like bags of nails and food. You know what I mean? Number set boot, at least they can't take that one away from us. Yeah, oh, the tattoos. Yeah, exactly. Eric, crazy lefters are destroying our culture. Yeah, definitely. All up player. I've got a great video idea for you. Go to the American immigration website and see if you can pass American citizenship test. That'd be an interesting thing, actually. Generic Xboxer, go ahead, lad. Get us an AL in for the stream. While I play, just carry a bunch of door stops. That's what I was actually. That is in the kit. Load of door stops with holes in. You whack it under, whack it nail through it. Jack Striker. If they license air guns in the UK, you will have to be a member of a club. You won't just be able to hold them at home, as that's not good enough reason to have them. No more garden shooting. Yeah, I would have to get rid of them then, Jack, really. You know what I mean? Now, hopefully we'd still have our crossbows, do you know what I mean? They're just as good. You know what I mean? They take the fucking piss, but, you know, and then if they take them, like you said, we've got those at least. Weapons and stuff. That's what I like in the Amiga, man. He fortifies the top floor and the roof of an apartment building, then barricades the lower floors and has the elevator as the only route up. Yeah, see, that's it. That's the realistic way to go. That's what you'd have to do. And if you're getting chased by zombies or something, a grappling hook would get you out of, you know, you could chuck it up onto a roof, climb up onto the roof, you know. But none of the kits I've ever, you know, like I said, my one was more like a joke anyway. But like a fantasy type one, it was all fucking chainsaws and guns and, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what you'd want to do. You'd want bags of nails and hammers and saws and you know, to take doors off to block up windows. Alex said, I worry about the things like depression restricting you from having an air rifle license. Yeah, that's true. Some people in Scotland were charged 90 quid for a doctor letter or denied completely. Yeah, terrible, isn't it? Things that worry, homemade water cannons would come in handy. I never thought of that. Fallout player, have you taken the piss, mate? Eric, you won't ban hams and kitchen knives, though. No, exactly. Other stuff, when they just get a warhammer and a gross messer. Yeah. Comes our boo. You've seen Silent Green? Yeah, I have. Generic Xbox. Zombies only exist in the custard and jelly. Oh yeah, I'm not being serious about that. It's just my most popular video, or one of my top 3 videos, is Zombie Survival Kit. So it'd be worth doing it again. But yeah, I don't believe in zombies. Don't think you'd ever have them. But yeah, I just thought I wouldn't mind doing a more realistic kit than these just loads of guns and chainsaws and shit. Because a chainsaw would probably be quite useless, you know. Apart from using it as a tool, using it as a weapon, no. Nut brick, do you own any barbed wire that could come in handy? No, I don't. You can get it easy enough, though, I think. How easy is it to get barbed wire, Jack? You'd know. Slingshot Warrior, have you ever made a Warhammer? No, but I'm gonna, and I've got plans to make one. I've even got the like idea ready, and I just need to buy the thing to make it. But yeah, that will be coming soon. Eric, just because a few irresponsible people at the mental health system have failed. Yeah, exactly. It's sad when stuff like that happens. You know what I mean? The only reason no licensed air weapons will be just down to making more money out of us. Or a war mallet. Never made a war mallet, I don't think. I used to make a load of stuff like that in the old days, like years ago. I used to make, before I was on YouTube, I used to make like maces and chain maces and loads of stuff like that. Weapon stuff. Zombie survival is good as you can get around a load of hysteria over prepping by talking about zombies rather than hostile humans. Yeah, that's a good point. Jack Strike at eBay for razor wire cheaper. Yeah, I remember you saying you've got some. That's why I asked. But yeah, I thought it'd probably be easier than people would think. You know what I mean? It's just a building material, really, isn't it? Fencing material. So, Fallout player, great idea for everyone. Have a written plan for every disaster you're worried about. Because in the event of shit hit the fan, you're going to be panicking and scared, not thinking straight. Also, make copies of it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Slingshot Warrior said, awesome, rocket. All part of the big plan. New world order, disarm the citizens. Yeah, just, all it is you just got to be creative then, you know, because there's not much we can do to stop them. You just have to make sure you can replace it with something else. And eventually there'll be stuff they can never replace. Yeah, never take away, sorry. You know what I mean? Unless they start doing ridiculous things, you know. Can't take away tools from you, you know what I mean? Fallout player, walk around your house and think about everything you have, how it could be used for survival, whether it be storing water or something. Yeah, that's a good idea. Or a survival cane. Yeah, I've got an idea for that. Survival canes. I had an idea for a survival cane, which I probably will do, and a fishing priest, which is a little club that you use for once you've caught a fish, killing it. And this fishing priest would be able to be used for fishing itself, would be able to be used as a self-defense club, and then inside the handle would be all survival gear. Weapons and stuff. The sad thing is supposedly we have more gun crime in the UK now and the worst year statistics when pistols and semi-autos were still legal. Criminals will always get guns. Yeah. Of course they will. You know what I mean? Just fucking, I don't know, like we always say, people like us, who are not doing any crimes or whatever, we're the ones who always get punished constantly. Oh, look, my laptop's just gone off. Right, that's done that. Right, I won't be able to see any comments just for a minute. Weird, why have I done that? Just suddenly just flipped off. Right, I'll let you know when I can hear you again, see you. Fucking weird computer. Yeah, I think it's overheating. I'll let you know in a minute, so don't go mad with the comments because I won't be able to see anything. So I'm just gonna I'll just talk about some stuff. So it's coming back on. So as I mentioned the other day about the sword, full name for it then is Japanese Type 32 Cavalry Sword. And I looked up there's two different versions, and the bigger version, which is like 6 inches longer, I think, is called the KO, and that is a cavalry sword. And then the Otsu, which this one is, which is the 30-inch one, is the ground troop sword, and that is for NCOs, military police, and master sergeants, and made by the Tokyo Artillery Arsenal. Yeah, I'll do a video on that soon, and I'll finish doing it up and that. I'll clean up the blade a bit, try and get this paint off it, make that bolt for it. Yeah, still can't see the comments yet. Yeah, laptop. The problem with the laptop is it can only be done by wire, and there's something wrong with the wire. It's got faulty wire in it, and the laptop battery isn't recognised anymore. Yeah, should be back in a minute. I'm gonna have to do something else. It's every bloody time something goes wrong. Right, nearly there. Restore. Right, I'll let you know in a second. Yeah, so I'll do a video on that sword again. I'll do I don't know if I'll do the survival pistol. Might do I think the survival crossbow pistol would be better, wouldn't it? Right, should be back any second now. Hang on. Right, nearly back. Just loading. Fucking thing, I can't believe that. Right, not sure how much I missed. So there was, might have to miss a couple of comments. I'll just quickly read them to myself. You lot would have seen them going along anyway. Slingshot Warrior, you can make a net launcher. Yeah, we have handgun crime now. Using natural cane, just use it previously. Yeah, for that player, the cane I would have made, I probably would have done with metal tubing anyway, because it's hollow then. Yeah, correct spot. So YouTube being a proper mess. Eric, I just ordered a Cold Steel 796 light cavalry saber. Oh, nice. Get them while you can for the price, I say. Yeah, that's a good point. Right, I can see the comments and all that now. Yeah, very sensitive wire that is. So the last comment I read, I think I'm up to date, says get them while you can for the price. Is that the latest comment or am I still behind? As far as I'm aware, that's it. I'm back up to it. All up, player. Right, well, I've got to go. It's 4:30. I've got to do things. See you. Yeah, like, mate. What, 4:30 in the afternoon, is it? Or weapons and stuff. Those fishing priests look almost like battens on some models, but legal because they are not called battens. Yeah, that's exactly why I was going to think of making one. I was going to just make it, call it a fishing priest, and it'll be a lead-weighted fishing priest. You know what I mean? And not a lot can be said about it if it's a fishing priest, especially if a part of the handle will have fishing line wrapped around it, or above the handle, stuff like that. And you can unscrew the bottom, it'll have survival kit inside it. Things for warrior canes are better in use for self-defense. Yeah, when I'm gonna do a new self-defense weapons video again soon. I'll have some canes in it, definitely. Scared to move my bloody feet now because all I did was move my foot and I must have jogged that fucking wire. Made the laptop go off. Might have to buy another. I don't know what I'm gonna do. The only thing is, like, I can't read the comments on the computer. That's what I have to have this second one. I either need a second monitor or I don't know. This unless I just get a. I was going to get a new wire. I'll get a new wire, I reckon. Bristol just had my laptop charging port replaced. It was causing a problem. Yeah. To be honest, this whole laptop's fucked, to be honest. But I just use it for being able to read the comments. Because the laptop's no good. I couldn't do streaming or anything on it. So I'll stream on my computer that I bought. And I read the comments on this laptop. But the laptop, the battery's no good. Doesn't recognise the battery. The wire has a faulty wire on it. Slightest little movement makes it turn off. But, you know, good enough. I'll just have to make sure I don't knock anything over there this time. Pink Shot Warrior. The Irish used knob canes to great effect. Yeah. Are they called knob curries? Knob curries, aren't they? Knob curry. A knob curry, is that it? I don't know. This is that other film I was talking about. Not a film, but it's I know some of you like to smoke the old marijuana, don't you? And the ones who do, I'm surprised you've never watched this. And if you haven't watched it, this is on YouTube. Check it out. Spanish Night, Best of Earth Views. Brilliant. All it is it was in the days when you couldn't see this stuff very easily. It used to be on the later channels on Sky, on like the foreign channels, and all it is just sort of trance sort of music. I don't know what the music is, but it's like relaxing, trancey kind of music, and footage of Earth from space, and it's for sort of chilling out. You know, I think they used to play it at like raves and like chill out areas. Don't they? But I love it. You can watch it for hours. Oh, Shillelagh. What's a fucking knob curry then? Yeah, it is Shillelagh. I don't know where I got knob curry from then. Fuck's sake. Wonder what that is then. Oh, it is a kind of walking stick. Short stick with a knob at the top, traditionally used as a weapon by indigenous peoples of South Africa. Right. Yeah, so I was sort of right, but not. But it wasn't. Yeah, Shillelagh is the Irish, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Shillelagh. Fast action blades, right, mate? Generic Xboxer space. There's some Yarg Trabs them. Jim Crowhurst sounded, yes, they're a pikey round the corner. Sonos and the odd shooter. Guns are harder to come by in general. Ammo in the UK is the answer to stopping. Ammo in the UK is the answer to stopping mass shootings. I paid 30 notes for 6 shells. Fast action blades, what's up? SW. Dave Musgrove, right, mate? Yeah, I used to know this bloke. I think he got done in the end, but he had like firearms licenses and shotgun licenses. Well, I say I know him. I know of this bloke. He was a pisshead, and he used to drive around in a great big massive lorry, completely pissed out of his face, all shotguns, all in the door. Not shotguns, sir. Shotgun cartridges, full, shotgun cartridges, all in the side of his door, all over the seat and stuff like that. Yeah, he got done in the end. I think he had his shotgun license took off him. Yeah, he'd just have him laying all over the place in his lorry, driving around pissed out of his face. Terrible, really. Yeah, okay, so if you say me our fella's house is anti-wacky one more time, you're getting jibbed. That's so. You just try to get me to say weird things or something. Eric, the funny thing is anyone with grain of intelligence can make a musket. Yeah, exactly. It's like with a lot of things, there's loads of things that they want to ban, but you can make it so easily. Like easy, you know what I mean? Ridiculously easy. Pink Shot Warrior saying hello to Fast Action Blades. Yeah, I'm bloody scared to move now in case that fucking wire cuts out again. Has everyone been liking the stream? And any new people on, don't forget to if you click the bell, it'll make sure you get notifications when I go live, because I quite often sort of do random ones. Derek Xbox has said I can't make a musket, I haven't the slightest. No, I don't either. I ain't got the slightest clue either. So. Rocket, great stream, mate, as always. Cheers, mate. Jim Crowhurst never been around a live shotgun while pissed. Bet that's a bang experience, though. I haven't either, and I wouldn't want to. I don't mess around with anything like that pissed. It's too fucking dangerous. I used to do stupid stuff with air rifles, air pistols, and knives and shit, but no, I wouldn't do it with like crossbow or shotguns or anything. Slingshot or slingshots are banned in Australia. Did not know that. Derek Xbox streams chill and relaxed. Yeah, I noticed that. It seems a bit more relaxed today. I don't know if that's because I put the 30-second delay on to the comments, but yeah, a bit more relaxed. But I like them, Fast Action Blades just popped in to say hello. Got to drive home from work now. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers for joining, mate, and speak to you later. Thanks, Warrior, thanks. That Brick, good stream. Haven't been commenting much because I'm working on a cross stick. Yeah, nice. I will join chats, not chats, live stream, but sometimes I'll be on Liam's for the whole entire time. Weapons and stuff like that. I may only comment 3 or 4 times. I just like watching them. Or like Mounts, I watch Mounts for JJR Survivors. I watch his and not comment too much unless I find something funny to say. Alex, have you ever thought about learning martial arts? My granddad was a judo instructor and could put me on the floor when he was in the 80s. No, the funny thing is, I mentioned before, I'd done a little bit of judo when I was a kid, like 2 lessons. didn't really like wasn't the judo I didn't like. It was having to do it with strangers I didn't like. And but as an adult, never really thought about it. Weapons and stuff. My uncle got shot once when he was beating pheasants for the toffs. Luckily, it was a 410 bird shot at a distance, and he had a thick jacket on. Yeah, that's partly why I probably wouldn't want to do that. Because my cousin Ben used to do that. I wouldn't go with him because it's an easy mistake to make, sort of thing, or easy thing to happen. Generic Xbox has said slingshot, everything is banned here in Australia. Generic Xbox, not even messing. That had me in bulk. Don't sound boot, Mike. Did you ever buy guns and accessories, Mark, mate? Yes, I did. I actually still got some in the loft. I was going to get some when I do that catalogue nostalgia videos. When I run out of them, I'll get some of the gun marks out. Yeah, yeah. I may have got my shotgun up top there from gun mark. Weapon and stuff. I'm going to end up buying a much better mic stream on this stream, probably a 50 quid model. Yeah, I don't know what you think of the one I use, but that was only a tenner, and I think that works all right. You know what I mean? But yeah, 50 quid one would probably would be proper decent. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's worth having a decentish mic. Like the one I had, it was like a little pinprick thing originally. Now I'm using, like I said, the 10 quid one, but it's like a proper microphone, so it works better. Slingshot Warrior, have you ever thought about making a wrist rocket slingshot? No, but I've never really made a lot of slingshots. Saying that, I've got one out for you though. I've got my aluminium one out for you, as you like them. I thought I'd get this out. Thought I'd make a nice little simple one when I made that. But yeah, I've only ever made a couple, but I would make more, definitely. I made my crossbow, didn't I? Slingshot or catty. Yeah, car catty. We call these catapults as well as slingshot. So if I ever say catapult, I mean slingshot. Eric Mythbuster's done a matchstick bomb episode. That was totally plausible. Yeah, I know someone who's done that, matchhead things. Alex, how do you mount your guns on the wall? With something called cup hooks. They're just straight. They don't have a curved hook. It just goes straight and then like that. This board is bolted, screwed onto the wall with like 3-inch screws. And then cup hooks. I don't know if you get to see them. See one there, just an L-shaped hook. It can damage your guns a bit. You can wrap them with tape, but I'm not really bothered. Also, your model seems to be very good, whatever it is. I'm probably going to get the blue snowball. Looks a bit weird, but for the money, blue microphones are meant to be excellent. Yeah, I looked them up after you said, and they do look good. And I looked at some reviews when I was looking for this one. So yeah, probably worth getting. Bristol. I checked out the £80 pistol crossbows, but they are a little plastic for me. I'll stick to the big stuff at the moment for the things I do. Yeah, you'd have to ask like Weapons and Stuff and Jack Striker what they think of theirs, because that put me off at first. But them two said that I think Jack Striker's alloy, but Liam reckoned the plastic is good on it. It's like hard. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not going to break or anything. You know what I mean? And Tumbo, but they reckon they're good. I don't know what model I'm going to get. It's going to be one of these new ones anyway. Jim Crowhurst, Alex, yes, you're a martial artist, good but tiring out. Your judo fan members I hold in respect. Slingshot Warrior's awesome. Damien, Graham, nice guns. Jeez, mate. Cheers, mate. Damon, sorry. And Slingshot Warrior, I understand. Yeah, if I ever say catty or catapult, you know what I mean. Slingshot. Alex asks, you need a license for a paintball gun in Australia. as they are firearms. However, you can have up to 9mm pistols on a Category H license. All right. Weapon stuff on the red back, it's similar to gun plastic. The important parts are mostly metal anyway. But yeah, the plastic does not feel flimsy, otherwise I would not shoot it. Yeah, I knew if it was flimsy or something, you would have mentioned that. You know. But you'd either said it wasn't or you hadn't, so I assumed, it was good. Anyone down the pub tonight? Always wonder if we got some viewers down the old pub. Nowadays, you could sit there on your phone watching things, couldn't you? Jim Crow first, ignore that. I sent that by accident. Martial arts, in my opinion, is another survival skill, such as cooking or just being organised. It's all common sense and YouTube at the end of the day. Yeah, no, I know what you mean by martial arts and just being fit in general are good things to be, aren't they? They are sort of survival things in themselves. Being healthy, being fit, you know. It's always not as easy as saying that, but they are good things. Martial arts, self-defense, is all survival things. Fitzy, what is your prized possession? Well, my prized possession, not including these, are some coins I've got in there. They're worth nothing, but there was something that was bought for me and Malcolm when we were babies, and I would come into a burning building to get them, or here's another way to put it. In Pulp Fiction, where Butch has to keep going to get his watch. Well, I would do the same thing for my coins. And there's some hand-drawn pictures of me and Malcolm in our front room. I'd like them, But yeah, but as for weapons, it would be the Chinese Model 8 success, the ballpark rifle. Weapons and stuff, can't afford to myself, seeing as near me most pints are nearly £5. Got a lot of alcohol here. I need to slowly get through, but I don't always feel like drinking. Now, funny thing is, we've got loads of booze here, but because I've not been able to drink so much now, I'll still probably have it next year. Slingshot Warrior, can you make a truncheon out of hard plastic or aluminium? Yeah, definitely. I will probably one day make a solid aluminium truncheon because I've got a piece of aluminium I've given in my shed. I just don't have the tools to do it yet. It's about this long, and it's just a tube cylinder of aluminium, solid, about as fat as a baseball bat, about that long. And I will one day try and turn that into a solid aluminium bat, but I just don't have the tools to do it. Alex S, I brew my own. Yeah, so do I. Or I did anyway. I've got a brewing thing down there. I've done videos on it showing you how to make it. But yeah, I do the old turbo yeast, and you can get like 21%. Like we used to describe it as like half strength vodka because you put no flavour in it, and it would just be 20% clear, sort of tasteless alcohol if you did it right. It would taste similar to, if you've ever heard of Vodcat, which is like a 20%, I think they call it schnapps or something. But yeah, it's like a half drink vodka. Yeah, that's what I make, or did. I don't do it now because I can't drink. I can't really drink it so much. So that was when I was drinking every weekend, and I'd drink like 2 litres of it every weekend. And he said I watched your videos. Yeah. Generic Xboxer going for a bevy with me, old fella. Nice. Richard Smith, do you plan on doing any more shooting matches? Yeah, definitely. I was going to wait until it was a full year since the one I did. But yeah, definitely. I quite enjoyed that, and I think other people did as well. But yeah, there'll definitely be more shooting competition again this year when it gets to about whenever I started it last year. I don't know when it was. It was in the summer, wasn't it? Yeah, when it gets to the same time, I'll do WeaponCollector shooting competition season 2 or something. You know what I mean? From Stuff 93, I did a crossbow video earlier. Sadly, as I was going, my back pain started coming back. I had only do around 12 shots of them. Yeah, it's a nightmare when you have stuff like that. That's the thing with crossbow. It's all got to be stuff like that. You know, back pain and pretty. Do you know what it is? Is it something you can do something about, or cause I know a lot of back pain. Like, I don't know what you can do about it. Is there, or or it's just like that. You just can't do that sort of thing, innit? Slingshot Warrior, have you ever made a bolo? As a kid, I have, but never as an adult. Malcolm has, though, hasn't he? You ever seen Max? Hey Jen, loved your homebrew video. I made 2 batches of 25 litres. It's great stuff. Mega cheap. Gets you pissed. Yeah, it does. It's fucking, if you want really cheap booze, fast as well, it's brilliant. Yeah, Malcolm discovered that technique. And yeah, probably the fastest way you can make strong booze, because you can technically do it in like, you can have drinkable booze that will get you pissed in 48 hours. Whereas most homebrew it will take a month. Alex said most of the homebrewing shops near me closed down. I'm getting the supplies from online or Wilco now. Yeah, Matt got some of his stuff from Wilco. I never have, and I get mine off Amazon. Richard Smith, call I might enter with the 140 pound draw weight recurve target. Definitely, mate, definitely. Yeah, keep an eye out for it, and then when it comes up, email me whatever, and then I'll tell you what to do and that. But yeah, I'll definitely do it again because although they didn't get loads of views, the people who watched them seemed to really enjoy them, and the people who took part enjoyed them. Weapon stuff. Saw a physio about it last year. He was good, as it's been a lot better, but certainly things set it off, and I need to stop before I do a load of fresh damage. He reckoned it I had torn a back tendon. Oh bloody hell! Yeah. I think I've done something here years ago, in around 2002, 2003, when I was doing the hardwood floors. I sort of developed a technique where you could pull it in with your hands instead of using a hammer. You had to use a lot of strength, but you could pull it in with your hands, right? And I would do that, and we could whack the floors down really quickly. One day I did it, and I got this really bad pain in my chest, just there, and that hurt for about 3 weeks, and I never bothered getting it sorted. And now every single winter it hurts, or every single time I do certain things, I have to be careful about it. But I think I may have done a similar thing to my chest, but I've never ever. Well, I went to the doctor once about 10 years ago, said about it, and she just looked at me, checked it on, and said, "Yeah, it'll probably just be like that." Well, thanks. Felt like going, "Fuck you, then, you fucking twat." You know what I mean? I can't doctor. That's what you say. It'll just be like it. You know what I mean? Hey, Jen said same. I get all my stuff from Amazon. Yeah, it's all right in the summer, no pain at all, and then in the winter, the cold does something to it, and it starts to hurt. And at one point, this was quite a few years ago, the worst I ever had it. I had to actually strap my arm up like that because any movement would make it hurt. But I've learned now that deep heat and rubbing it like that really quickly stops it, like warms it up and gets rid of it. Yeah, very bizarre. I don't know what it is. I never have. Slingshot Warrior, an aluminium or moulded plastic spike can go through metal detectors. Yeah, I used to have some of them. Some of the used to be able to get them plastic knives, didn't you? You know what I mean? I can't remember what they're called now, but yeah. Alex says they sell the legally for making distilled water. Yeah, I've never looked into it too much because I don't want to risk distilling. I've always put me off as the dangers of it. But Jim Crowhurst, you look strong, mate. Hope it's muscular and nothing BS. But I don't know what it is, but I've never still get it every single fucking winter, and it's been since about 2002, 2003. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe the thing is now because I sort of know what it is. Because at one point it did scare me because that's like your heart, isn't it? You know what I mean? And I was like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? But who knows? Yeah, my back injury originated at Argos moving a washing machine with a wimpy 17-year-old. Had to stop him crushing himself and took 70 kilogram or something at a bad angle. Red Tiger Balm was also good. Yeah, Matt got me some of that actually a couple of years ago. I had the tiny little things. Yeah, deep heat works perfectly for me. I did have some of that I believe gel, but I'm allergic to that. As soon as I put that on, it comes out in a bright red burning mark. Even to the degree where I tested it once, I put a tiny little bit on my finger, went like that, put my initials on my arm, and there's nothing there. And a couple of minutes later, all came out all bulging red. You know what I mean? Z not D, Z not Z. Sounds like you might have damaged your sternum. It could have been. Like I said, I still to this day don't really know what it is, and most of the year it's fine. It's only when it's really cold it seems to play up. And if I do certain things, but I think I've learned now what not to do, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Cannot lay on my front, but that definitely does it. So I can't sleep on my front, and I can't sleep on my back either. So if I sleep on my back, that'll aggravate it, and if I sleep on my front, it'll aggravate it. But I don't sleep like anyway. I cannot lie on my front. Fuck that. That instantly starts doing it. Rocket Fiery Jack is a good muscular pain. I've never heard of that. I'll check that out. Darren Appleby. Is deep heat still your darting name? Yes, I think it is, mate. I think it's got to be in it. Yeah. Me and Daryl, Daryl is cakes is cakes. We came up with our darts names once, and because I was always putting deep heat on my chest when I was playing darts, my nickname, my darts name is going to be Mike Deep Heat. Alex Fitzy, do you own any butterfly knives? Yeah, I've got two. Got given one recently by a friend from YouTube, and I've had one for years and years and years, but I've had to put them away. Right? I can't get them to hand at the minute. Here's an interesting knife there. If you like your slip joints, look at that. That was Black Forest Ghost. Sent me that as a Christmas present. Just as a comparison to a normal, this is what your normal sort of size of, well, a slip joint wouldn't even be that big normally. Hey Chen, what's your opinion on exotic pets? I like them personally. I have 8 tarantulas and 1 scorpion. Yeah, I don't mind them. I've not got any, but I know quite a few people and quite a few relatives of mine who have all that kind of stuff. Malk's stepson, he's got all of that kind of stuff, lizards, tarantulas, and all that. My cousin Tina, she's got all like lizards and stuff. So yeah, something interesting to have. I personally wouldn't, just because the bother of it. You know, it's a lot of work in it to keep them alive and all that. But yeah, Raptors have, yeah, Swiss Army Messer, yeah, that way. Yeah, look at that. Good, isn't it? 2 blades. Watch my fingers. Boca Magnum, that is. I can't remember the actual name of it though. Rocket. I'm into spiders, either Mexican red knee, salmon pink bird eater, and a Goliath bird eater. Trevor Vidamar, old VidKit67's got a transfer. Yeah, I've never been interested in anything like that. I like snakes and that, but like I said, it's just more the bother of doing it. Actually, Weapon Survivor's got a snake in here. Don't know if he's on tonight. I think he would have commented if he was. Slingshot. Have you ever thought about making pepper spray and making a pepper spray gun? No, it'd be too risky over here. So if you made that and got caught with it, that would be classed in line as like having a firearm sort of thing, and you could get really, really, really done for it. So not worth the risk over here, mate. Pepper spray and tasers are classed as sort of firearms over here. So not worth bothering getting a lot of shit for that kind of stuff over here. Yeah. But on my on one of my self-defense videos, there was a woman saying she was going to do it. I told her not to personally. Yeah, pepper spray is Section 5 weapon. Get you a lot of time in prison, you know, if you get convicted of it. I wouldn't, you know, I said to her, don't bother. You know what I mean? But yeah, she was on about making her. It's sort of a good idea, but the amount of shit you could get in for doing it isn't worth the risk. Because if I was gonna potentially get done for something like 5 years, I'd want that fucking weapon to really badly hurt someone, not just irritate them. Do you know what I mean? She was on about putting really hot peppers in a spray bottle and then carrying it around, and if she got caught, she was going to say it was for food, like spraying on kebabs or something. Do you know what I mean? Weapons off 93, as we said before, bright flashlight and a tactical event. Yeah, exactly. Got both mine right next to me. Tactical pen, scope and flashlight. Don't know if that comes across on there. But yeah. Totally legal. You know what I mean? Alex S, what do you think about the fire gel defense? I've got a couple of them. We did actually speak about this before. I think they're all right, but if you get stopped by a policeman, he'll definitely take it off you and probably arrest you, even though it's legal, because they don't know what's in it, so they have to take it off you and test it. So I would imagine you'd probably get arrested, but if you got caught with it, even though it's legal. You know what I mean? Because every time I've had some in my house, like when the police came here recently, they found some farb gel, took that away and had it tested, and then when they raided Malcolm's house, they did the same thing, and they're perfectly legal. So if they take it away from your house, they'll definitely take it off you when you're on the street. Double sail boot, I've got a stiletto lock knife. Open it, measures 18 inches overall. Now, I like them. I'd love to get one of them. Best I've got is this, the old fake tie light. But I've seen them great big ones. Slingshot Warrior, have you ever thought about designing a non-lethal security system? Like what, mate? If you not really, but you say what you reckon, and I'll because I've got like if you mean like cameras now, I've got security cameras in there. Oh, like a booby trap. Alex says wasp spray is a good substitute for pepper spray in the summer. Yeah, I've heard a couple of people say that, and wasp spray and deep heat spray supposed to be good. But yeah, you don't want to risk making pepper sprays. It's not worth the amount of stuff you can get in. The amount of trouble you can get isn't worth it. And weapons and stuff said wasp spray is technically a nerve agent, so you'll be accused of being a Russian spy. I don't know if you know this, but weapons stuff actually is a Russian spy. He's getting the rubles from shooting. He's not, by the way. That is a joke, just in case people take me too seriously. Slingshot warrior or a booby trap, and then Lapbrit said lol here. Yeah. Hadn't you seen the video? He's a Russian spy. He's raking in the rubles. Yeah, this is the SEMA highlight copy under, I think it's under 10 quid. Go on my channel, get one from the links, or on this video there'll be a link to GearBest. If you ever buy anything from my links, I get some money from it. If you ever want to support this channel without having to do anything apart from buy stuff you want, definitely use my links. In fact, all I need is $1, and I would have made $100 on GearBest, and I'll get paid. Yeah, $1 away at the minute. Weapon of staff. I've had Russians swear at me over that. Apparently they didn't get it as a joke. Fuck's sake. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? How people. Maybe it's the difference in, you know, not just language but cultures. Maybe it didn't seem like a joke to them, but you know, who knows? You know. 800. I got the SEMA swordfish. It's a good knife, great for opening letters. It's good for what it is, isn't it? I think it's great for under a tenner. That's the only thing. You don't want to flick it out too hard because you can make the lock sort of stick. But yeah, that's just me flicking it out of my thumb. Fucked it up then. Yeah. Great little knife. That. Yeah, SEMA swordfish. I can't remember what it's bloody called. And then Slingshot Warrior said, yeah, bleach can blind you. Yeah. You wouldn't want to do that kind of stuff over here, anything like that, because of these acid attacks. But you'd get well done nowadays. You know what I mean? And rightly, I'm glad they changed the laws. They ought to, you know, they ought to chuck you in fucking. I think if you're deliberately disfiguring people, you should get, because if you disfigure someone really badly, they're disfigured for their entire life. So you should just stay in prison for the rest of your life then, really. You know what I mean? That would be a fitting punishment, I reckon, for deliberately trying to disfigure someone. Because you get people who like bite someone's nose off and they get like 7 years in prison. Well, that bloke's got their nose missing for the rest of their life. You know, you shouldn't, you know. Eric Outdoors, how good are Kershaw knives? From my experience, quite good. I've only had a couple. I never bought a Kershaw knife, you know, but gun owner Dan from America, who's probably got one of the biggest knuckle duster collections in the world, massive knuckle duster collection, loads of old antique ones and all of the rare ones. I was talking to him once saying about knife collection, and I said I didn't own the Kershaw, so he sent me two little ones. Slingshot Warrior, you can use alarms that can make someone go deaf. Yeah, but you've got to cover your ears, ain't you, sort of thing. Alex says, when a pigeon shot on me the other day, I blamed Russia. Russian pigeons everywhere. Exactly. So, goddamn commies, as my American mate would say. Yeah, Kershaw's, from what I know, but not experienced, I think they are good knives, aren't they? What other knives did I get out? Weapon stuff, do you think if they come down a bit more in price, you might get some night vision? Definitely be an option. I would definitely. It'd have to be. Although saying that, like the price, I think that one you got for 100 quid is worth 100 quid. But that's a bit too much for me in general. You know what I mean? Yeah, it would be worth getting. Because I don't know if it was. I think my cousin Ben had a similar thing to you, and that did look good. And yours looks good. But yeah, anything over sort of 50 quid's out of my price range at the minute, you know what I mean? What's the 30-second slow mode like this? No one's complained about it. It's not bothering anyone then. How many have we got on? Has everyone been fun liking the stream, sharing it? Outdoor Eric, I know Moras are typically good knives. I just ordered 2 of the companion knives from them up in Sweden. Yeah, the old Moras are great. It's kind of nice. It sort of lasts forever, don't they? The Moras and the there's another similar knife called the Halterfors. Very, very similar. But yeah, they'll last forever, them kind of knives. Alex, JT Jensen, yep. Alex says, are Coubertons legal in the UK? Some people say they're legal, others say they are illegal. You definitely can't carry them, I know that. You could probably own them. There's something about Coubertons with spikes on. I don't know if that means spikes come out or spikes in the handle when you read the description. But I know you definitely can't carry Coubertons because I know someone who's nearly got done for it carrying one. Luckily, it was a girl. Luckily, she just got told off by the policeman and took off her. But weirdly enough, she'd been all around America with it. And when she got back into England, she was just walking along, and the policeman must have seen it hanging off her keys, come over and told her off, took off her. Yeah, Andrew, what do you think of Slingshot Turner's mods on the Redback Tomcat? I must have seen that. Yeah, I thought there was. I don't know if I have seen that or not. If it is, I like all his stuff. There is one thing that a lot of people don't realise though, is George Brass stuff is very good, but a lot of the stuff he does, normal people wouldn't be able to do it. Like when he's pulling crossbow, £175 crossbow strings back on his chest, a normal person wouldn't be able to do that. And like, this isn't a criticism of his, it's just I don't think a lot of people would be able to do the things he does. He makes things look easier than they are. And some of the trigger mechanisms he has are little thin 5mm pieces of aluminium. The string's not going to last 100 shots on that. You know what I mean? It's just going to be too much stress, isn't it? You know what I mean? But other than that, his stuff is brilliant. You know what I mean? Weapons and stuff, yeah, it was like when the 1796 was mentioned earlier, 200 quid. What a deal, but can't justify it. Yeah, exactly. Only annoying thing with 30-second reply is if you want to do a longer comment. Ah, right. Yeah. I might take it off next time. I'll leave it on for now. But yeah. I just thought it might give me a little bit of a chance to talk a bit more. Otherwise, I'm just on the comments. This way I can actually answer a bit easier. Black bricks. When I was looking at the lacrosse stick, I realised that you could make some sort of club out of just the shaft. Big Shot Warrior. I'll see you, brother. Yeah, see you later, mate. Sorry if you went and I didn't say see you. Yeah. Oh, a lacrosse stick is similar to sort of. I bet you could put like a circular saw head on that. You know, there's loads of things you could do with that. Rocket, do you ever go out with your air rifles for rabbiting and vermin shooting? Not now, I don't. I have been, but that was like probably 10 years ago. When I went with Ben, I didn't take any air rifles. We just took his shotguns. But if I get back into it with Ben, I might take some of the crossbows, not to hunt with, but just to do some shooting tests, because I could get a long distance to shoot. Alex asks, for a woman, they could just say it's an adult toy. What was that we was on about? Oh, Couberton, yeah, exactly. I bet you could get one looking like a penis. What's your opinion on nitrous oxide? What, the type when people get high on it? Put it this way, if that was around when I was a teenager, I probably would have done it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's dangerous, if it's not dangerous, if that's even what you mean. But yeah. I used to try anything when I was a teenager. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend any of the things I did. But I don't really know anything about it. I don't know if it's dangerous, if it's not, you know, because it wasn't around when I was younger, or you couldn't get it, you couldn't access it. Isn't that laughing gas in it? I think I'm not 100% sure. Don't say boo. Coubatons are legal. It was just the one that had the small throwing spikes hidden in the body of the Coubaton. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Weapon stuff. While I remember, have you done anything more about trying to get your old Barnet Commando working with regular prod? That would be amazing if you did. I'm still contemplating it. I've got the designs and everything. The only thing is, I'd have to chop an inch off the the barrel, you call it, I suppose. And then if I do that, I can if I find another end, the draw length will be an inch shorter. But the thing is, I would never sell it anyway, so I'm never going to make any money off it. So I probably will. Yeah, I just still ain't decided yet, but I've got all the plans drawn up to do it and make an end so that you could put a recurve prod in it, or I could leave it uncut and make a head part for it that is elastic powered, and that way the draw length wouldn't matter. If you ever, you know, in Metal Gear Solid 3, is it, you know, the well, ignore that. Have you ever seen the Little Joe and is it Little Joe Crossbow and Little Joe? Maybe the Big Joe and Little Joe Crossbows. I don't know, but they're elastic powered anyway. That's the type of thing I'm thinking of doing. Dumble spiked Coubaton is still legal. It has two spikes that fit between the fingers. Yeah. Weapon stuff. NOS is fun to do, but a bit impractical to have unless you have some way of attaching it to an oxygen mask. Balloons are irritating to fill and have. Yeah. I've never done it. It wasn't around when I used to do something like that, and I probably wouldn't bother now. But I don't think there's anything wrong with people doing it, really, as long as it's not people. It's one of them sort of more like a recreational drug, in it. You're not really. I bet if it's anything like gas, I've done gas before. It only lasts about 30 seconds, you know. Alex, I've done NOS, inhaled it from a balloon, nice buzzy, dissociative effects. Yeah, you know, I used to love all that kind of stuff. I said I wouldn't recommend it to all that, but yeah. Talking about the Commando Crossbow again, yeah, I'll have to do a video on it again. Yeah, I've been like that far away from doing it. I've got all the stuff ready. Because one other good thing is I could still do both. Both these things would just bolt on the end as well. So I could change it. I could do both. But it's just if I do the recurve one, all of the recurve bows I could find all have, I don't know if this is the exact thing, but let's just say all of the recurve bows I've got, crossbows, have a 15-inch draw length. That compound has a 16.5-inch draw length. And I don't know if pulling it back that extra 1.5 inch would put too much stress on the prod and it would break. That's what put me off. And I couldn't get no one to really tell me whether that would be the case or not. Weapons and Stuff said they've now made it illegal because some idiot after loads and loads had a heart attack. They ban it for everyone. Yeah. I watched someone on YouTube with all the canisters and they didn't know what they was. Who was it? Someone had found some. I can't remember. HN, it's legal to buy as whipped cream canisters, but not for human consumption. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, when I was younger, that wasn't a thing. Couldn't get it for anything like that. But it existed, do you know what I mean? But no one knew about, you know, it would have been like a dentist's tool, I suppose, do you know what I mean? You know. Yeah, I reckon I'll have to do a recap video on the compound crossbow. Commando crossbow. Weapons and stuff, yeah, like all things, you can get around it. Just I hate the nanny state bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Alex says you can still buy it from eBay and Amazon for making whipped cream. Reviews on Amazon are funny. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I definitely want to do the Commando Crossbow because it's a shame just to have it set up in the loft doing nothing. Wouldn't mind getting it down and putting it somewhere up on the wall, and then it would be another crossbow as well. But I think I'm probably just going to cut an inch off it because the chances of me getting another end are very, very slim. Even if one came up, I wouldn't be able to buy it anyway. I wouldn't have the money for it. And like I said, I'd never sell it anyway, so it's not like I'm losing money by cutting it down. I'd never ever sell it. Brands Damp from the Ratter said hello. All right, mate. Rocket, we used to have poppers back in the day. Yeah, I've done poppers in the old days. I think I used to overdo it when I did it. I used to have a habit of going, if I did anything, I'd over, it wouldn't just be it would be a, hold it in, hold it as long as you can. And then, all I got was boom, 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 pounding in my head and like needles in my brain, man. Alex said poppers are still legal in the UK, mostly used by the gay community. Yeah, that always was the case. It was yeah, that's my brother told me about someone who they was down the pub. Someone got some poppers out. Said to their mate Sam, but Daryl knows this. Daryl might have been there. Said to Sam, or was it Wilson or Sam? Someone said to him, "Do you want some poppers?" And he went, "Try to drink it." Well, he actually did drink it. So I said, "I'm lucky he didn't kill himself." I don't know if that's poisonous if you drink it. Do you know what I mean? Weapons stuff. There are two versions of it because yours was a compound, and I've seen lots of videos with recurve boat on it. Yeah, I've seen both. I've got a catalogue with them both in. Dumble Boot is liquid gold still legal? Yeah, I ain't got a clue, mate. I never bought it or anything like that. But someone once had some, and all it did was give me a headache. Brands, what's your most expensive gun you got? That would be the Chinese Model 86S. At the time I bought it, it was 225 quid, £225, and I reckon it would be a lot more than that now. And I bet that pump action shotgun at the top would be expensive now, if you could sell it. That's the only thing. Well, I don't know about shotgun, you might be able to, but that you can't anyway. I was going to look it up, but I better not. Because me might internet go off. But yeah, that was 225 quid when I bought it ages ago. I bet it'll be a lot more than that now. Alex said, yes, I think it's sold as a room odorizer now. T800, if you like poppers, the famous green. I never knew that. Dale said, hey, that rings a bell. Probably Wilson, but I wasn't there. Yeah, I think it was the pub down the hill from us, down there. Yeah, one of them two got offered poppers and they drank it. Other than stuff, I bought some poppy seed tea recently. Quite nice, actually. Obviously, I've not been an idiot and brewed 1 kilogram of it at once. 1 or 2 tea bags are nice. Yeah, I've never ever tried that. But I remember you mentioning about, was it someone who had a drug test and that, failed it because of that? Just got to go to the toilet quickly. I'm just going to write that while I don't go off and walk fast. Right, back. That's the only thing with these. She's doing it for so long, you end up having to get toilet halfway through. Sword and Thornton are switchblade knife type knives legal. You can own them, but you can't import, export them, buy them, sell them, anything like that. Alex said, just don't go to Dubai on holiday. And then Brent said, why? Thing is, I know people who go to Dubai. I would never go to Dubai. The laws over there, like, because I think if you go to another country, you should abide by their rules. You know what I mean? If you go to someone else's country, you can't take the piss. But over there, there's certain places where you're not allowed to drink, you're not allowed to touch a woman. You know what I mean? So I personally would never go there because I'd probably end up accidentally doing something that gets me put in bloody prison. JT Jensen, how to exit a stream like a boss. Reference of I mentioned before about the idiot who brewed 1 or 2 equivalent seed into a litre of tea. Oh, and died from it. I didn't know that. Must have missed that then. Asian just googled poppers wiki said, and I quote, a drug used to relaxation of the throat and anus for sexual encounters in gay community. I knew it did the old anus thing. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is originally. That is what it's for. A muscle relaxant. Yeah. I'd had it. Someone bought it once and try and get high off it. You know when you're a teenager, try and get high off of anything. I remember us trying the old banana skin thing. Supposedly, if you scrape the inside of a banana skin off, bake it in an oven till it's black, and if you smoke enough of that, you can get high. Supposedly, we tried that, never worked. We tried the old monkey nuts. If you get the shell of a monkey nut and then peanut inside, the little brown skin on it, that little bit of brown skin, if you smoke that, you're supposed to be able to get high. Tried that, never worked. Jumbo said, but yeah, the Diat pump action is legal for you to sell, mate. Must be over 18. It's worth between 300 and 500 quid, depending on where you buy one. Mine was about 500 with a over folder stock for 600 quid. Yeah, I thought that. Yes, these you can't, innit? But yeah, some of these are getting a bit rare now, so I bet that old pump action can be worth a bit. That was only 150 quid when I bought that, you know. Eric, irresponsible people ruin everything. Yeah. Bren said, is this in Salaf? I don't know what that means, mate. Hang on. But I can't read the chat again. I'm gonna have to just turn. I'm not gonna turn the computer on. I'm gonna see if I may have to turn it off. See what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the laptop off again. Right, I'll let you know when I'm back. So don't go mad with comments again. I'll just talk while it all sorts itself out. And for some reason, I'm gonna have to get a wire for the internet and bring a wire up for this. The Wi-Fi is funny on this laptop. Like I said before, it was I think it was like an XP laptop, and then came out just before Vista came out, and you could apply to get a Vista disc for free. And so I did that, and then when I put the Vista on, it fucked up, and some of the drivers are missing. So it does weird things like no sound comes out speakers. For some reason, the Wi-Fi will cut out, and then you try and go on it, and it'll say that it can't connect to anything. But yeah, when I'm back, I'll let you know. before the next stream, I'm going to try and work out something better. Like I said, maybe do another wire up to it, another Ethernet cable. If I do an Ethernet into my computer, I like that to have like the best connection I can get. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have to turn the bloody laptop. Well, the first time the laptop turned off itself, just for no reason. Right, just putting the password in. I've got another computer up in the loft. Oh no, it wouldn't work. I thought about that actually. So I could get that computer down, but then that would be running a wire up here. Then I'd have to have a screen. Right, nearly back. Laptop's on. That's what I've got on the old list. Yeah, so at the end, we'll do a little vote for some of these films. And then it won't be these ones actually, it'll be the other ones. It'll be the we'll do a vote for the ones I said I've already got. Nearly back, hang on. Just loading now. Yeah, so right, hang on, right. I'm back. No scrapping, I just got here and you were talking about smoking peanuts. Yeah. Yeah, we tried it, it never worked. We should try all of them things. Brands Duncan said England now. Of course, Eric now. Eric, you are perfect. If so, then show me. Brands, I have Linux, mate. Yeah, I did actually at one point have Linux on here. And that is good. I may have to do that. Actually, now you've said that, I will do it. Because I could get that on here, all right. I'll put Linux back on here. And that might save me some bother. Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe I completely forgot about that, but that always used to work perfectly. Jumbo South Brew said, Brent, I've got an extra strong mint. Yeah, Rocket said Linux is class. Yeah, I used to have it. I think it was because it's, you know, you buy a laptop and you get Windows on it, don't you? So, but yeah. Right, Brand's told me to make and all that of his laptop. Sounds good. Alex says you can get hard nutmeg. Yeah, I think we tried that, but we couldn't get enough of it. It's a delirium and an age-restricted product in the UK. It's supposed to be awful there. Yeah, we did try that, but not enough of it. I think the case with all of the things we tried, it was just we didn't do it properly or enough of it. Brand said Lubuntu is good. Narcososis. That's a pretty cool flag of weapons. Where am I? Just making sure all the tier 100 on my Linux, but yeah. Oh, I just got a message off of someone. Yeah, now you've mentioned that, I'll probably do that. I'll probably put Linux back on here. And that may be better than this. But yeah, I just need to find something that's a bit more stable, stops going weird. But I never used to have any trouble with Linux and that, or Ubuntu. Brand said which handgun is most powerful. Well, most of mine are either like BB guns or blank firers. So the most powerful one that actually does anything is my Crossman 2240. But out of them, there's a couple of like magnums, you know, that silver one would be a magnum in real life, that would be a magnum in real life. Push crap in, whichever had the biggest bullets and longest barrel. Yeah, exactly. That one. That one out there. Friends drowned for Android x86's Wonderbar. Yeah, now you've mentioned it, I'll do that. I completely forgot about that. That should work all right on here. Oh, the fucking sheet off my bed. Got off my bed off the sofa. Giving you an arse shot there. Some stuff. So Obra's pistol, basically a Mosin Nagant with a barrel and stock sawn off to make a pistol size rifle. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I've seen them. Time 10:30. Yeah, be on for about another hour, I think. How many have we got on? 20 at the minute. Well, you've all been thumbsing it up, liking it. Yeah, a bit more of a relaxed, slower chat tonight. I don't know if that's because of the 30-second delay thing or what. Yeah, it's all good. Brent said, "Do you have that gas mask with the weird 180-degree visor?" No, I forgot what it is again. Ian will be able to tell you though. Nokia, is it Nokia? Not Vodafone, like I said last time. I must write it down. I never bloody remember what I've got. Narcosis, that's pretty cool. Jumble Sabu, rattle a spray can, spray paint used to make me feel really woozy. I think it must have been sensitive to one of the chemicals used in them. Yeah, we used to use stuff like that to get a bit high, but yeah, sniffing petrol's a weird one. I don't recommend you doing it. Definitely don't do it. But when you do that, it makes your arsehole and bollocks go like burning hot. Very bizarre. As well as being high. You know what I mean? Weapon stuff, I have a USMCU2P, if that's what you mean, the goldfish bulb mask. It's gone orange. As it's silly, but it's gone orange. Mike, yours is a finished Nokia M61 version 2. But I'm going to write it down this time, and then when someone asks, I remember. Never bloody remember it. Alex said, "Where did you get your Norconia S2 air pistol?" Oh, God. I think that was from... Let me see if I've still got the catalogue up here. Would have been years ago when you could buy them on the catalogue. I bought it from this catalogue. I think it's from this catalogue anyway. Tell you the price of it in a minute. There it is there. And if this has got the price thing in, well, if that's the actual price, weirdly, it's got an order thing with a 10-bit written in. The SMK S2 pistol in 177, mine's 22 though, I think. No, mine is 177, was £24.95p. Yeah, from there. And you would just fill that out. Priority order form. Put your check in there. Send it off. Brent said vape works for me. Narcosis. Lol. What a cool motherfucker. Friends, I have an Exo Mask clone off of Avatar movie. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've only ever got that one gas mask. That was bought for me as a birthday or Christmas present. Narcosis said my bad. No, don't worry about swearing if that's what you mean. The only thing that swearing does on YouTube now is stops you being able to have the ads on there. And I'm not allowed ads at all anyway, so I can say cunt, bastard, fucker, you know, whatever I want. Ain't gonna affect my videos. I wasn't calling you that, by the way, but Brent said tobacco 24 milligram. Yeah, I think my dad used to have about that much. Hey, Chen said, what's your favourite joke? Really, really crap. Actually, I'm going to get a little joke book out and read you a couple. I'll probably be crap at reading these out, but Narcosis said, hell yeah, lol. Right, you can have either more dead. Right, hang on, where's the first one of that? Right. Now we won't do this. 101 clean and frankly not funny naff jokes, or 101 crude and rude dirty gags, a chronicle of contemporary poetry, or more dead rude and crude jokes. This is someone we saw when we was on like a caravan holiday sort of thing. I'll do 100 rude, crude, dirty gags. Having the stuff to filter on it, as said, will be good for biological and irradiated dust. Also good if you want to use it for sanding, dusting, etc. Yeah, I'm glad you said that yesterday, Liam, because I've always just assumed for safety, because I don't know, I don't like to risk it, I just assume it could have asbestos in it because it's old. But what you say goes, in my opinion, so I'm glad you said, because yeah, no, that means I could sort of, like you said, well, I forgot to say this. You saying about wearing it for sanding and dusting. Last night, I actually woke up and I was having a nosebleed. And that's from yesterday. You know, I said my eyes was blurry because of sanding. It's because of doing the sanding. I didn't have a mask on all the time. Well, I did have a mask, and I had one of those really crap ones. You know, the old just things that go over your mouth. But it's obviously letting dust in. That's irritated my nose, and I woke up with a nosebleed this morning. It was like 4 in the morning. I just felt it happen. And just before I woke up, and then it just started pouring. Narcosis, that part was awesome. Now get a drink and a party. Well, that's the thing. If you don't have ads, they, you know, it don't matter what you do on your things. You know what I mean? Like Brand said, what's the difference between a smart Englishman and a unicorn? Nothing. They're both fictional. Yeah, exactly. In my favourite, as it's the first joke my friend told me. There's some good. These are quite offensive here. Right, I've tried to find. Oh yeah. Here's one for Liam, and it's quite relevant. Why should you never wear Russian underpants? Because Chernobyl fallout. So, I love a good, really crap joke like that. Brent, did you hear about the winner of the English beauty contest? Me neither. Don't get too carried away. There's a lot of English people on there. You might get offended. I don't think English people would anyway. Weapons up, yeah. Dust masks awful. They realised that after Chernobyl, when they did fuck all to prevent the liquidators inhaling irradiated dust, really you need a rubber mask so they form on your face. Yeah. Narcosis said, lol. Number say, Bill, I've got a good joke. It's a bit sexist. Well, out of the 100, I get 91% male views, 9% women, so I probably ain't none watching. Hey, Jen said the submarine. Alex says the best joke would be me get me banned from YouTube. Brand said Interslav are quite chilled up. Yeah, we definitely are. What makes a lesbian go up the wall? A crack on the ceiling. Be careful, you might get done for hate speech. Yeah, that's true. But the problem is I've picked crude and rude dirty jokes. Now all a bit too fucking making me wonder if I want to read them. Weapons and stuff. Yes, we are watching hate speech now. We'll all get raided. Thanks, Mike. I better put the jokes down, I reckon. Jumbo will say, boo, why do women have periods? Because they deserve them. I'll try and find one more I think I could read. After these, you can't fucking. What's the difference between an egg and a wank? You can beat an egg. I'll do for jokes. You can carry on, but. Brent, how did the police know that Princess Diana had dandruff? They found her head and shoulders under the steering wheel. Oh, God. I do love a good offensive joke, though. And I also love really stupid jokes. As long as they're sort of clever. You know what I mean? That's why I like Tim Vine. I think he's great. His real quick one-liners, but they're clever as well. Alex, yes, maybe you need to get in touch with your feminine side. Oh no, I've got a feminine side, definitely. That wasn't the start of a joke, by the way. Bristol, the Russians with three balls had his name. Oh, I can't even read that. Who did you nick a bollock off? JT joke, don't make a video on how to reload a black air gun. What's the difference between jelly and jam? I have to wait for his answer now. You've got to wait for 30 seconds before you can write it. Why couldn't jelly bean my coat down your throat? Right, 11:15. I'll be on till about past, I reckon. I hope everyone's been liking the stream. What was we saying a minute ago? Before the joke started. Yeah, I'll probably have to get a better mask. Yeah, because literally it was weird. I felt it happen. It must have woke me up just before the nosebleed started, if you know what I mean. And then I got up, tried to catch the fucking blood in my hands because I didn't all over my bed sheets. And then there was no bloody tissues in here at all. Went out to the toilet, no toilet roll there. So then I had to go downstairs, and I did notice earlier there was a couple of spots of blood on the floor that I need to clean up. Rocket said, will you be doing any outdoor vids? Yeah, I've got plans to. I've got some new boots to do that. Yeah, I've got to do the stash cache. I need to go and bury that, and then I'm going to try and find a new place to have like a camp and do some just general outdoor stuff, you know. So yeah, it will be coming soon. Okay, says yeah, hey Shan, you fucked that up like Dad did to all of them. So. Oh, I missed some there. Weapon stuff. I had to mess about with fiberglass in my loft. After the initial coughing up of fiberglass, I put a mask on with a P3 filter for the next time. Worked the charm. Well, I'm gonna have to do some stuff in our loft. You know, I said about them doing our new roof recently. The fucking bastards. They've well better piss me off. The whole entire loft is fucking covered in dirt and dust everywhere. So I'm gonna have to clean that up. And I noticed when I was up there today, swept a bit around the loft hatch, and you could see dust all over the place, and I could smell it. Smell the sort of, because it smells. Well, it's off of the roof. It smells like moss and mud. So a good idea. I may actually put the gas mask on for that. Do that. Save my, you know, it'd be good for my eyes, my breathing. Rocket said a camping would be awesome. Would you do an overnighter? I've tried to. The only thing is, I would sort of, no matter where you go, it's sort of, you'll see dog walkers and stuff. But I think Mark managed to find a good place where you could actually um, go and not be seen by people. So yeah, I'll go with Mark, get him to show me where his camp is, and then I'll probably do that. You know, that's not a definite, but I'll definitely do outdoor stuff. Yeah, you'll finish one with the 60mm filter will be fine. Stop dust getting into your lungs and eyes. Just do a filter pressure check before starting. Yeah, will do. Yeah, it's one of those things you don't think about doing it unless you're always sort of messing around with gas masks and that. It doesn't cross your mind to use them for these things. But they're actually perfect for that kind of stuff. You know, it'd probably be good to take it in the shed, and when I do all the sanding and that, you know, it'd be good for loads of things. Because even when you're doing anything eye protection, it protects you for that. Very good thing, really. Yeah, it's one of them things that never crosses your mind to do it. I'll turn my security cameras on a minute. Yeah, dust in my eyes, all blurry eyes now. Eric, isolated woods are great for summer camping. Yeah, our local woods, there's not really any isolated woods near us, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind going, you know. But yeah, I could definitely do. Malcolm stayed down there for a couple of days, so you definitely can. Alex S, did you ever make a flamethrower when young by putting a lighter in front of an air can? Yeah, yeah. I know somebody burnt themselves quite badly doing that as well. Brent said, yeah, just change the filters. Shoot Alex Ninja, yeah. Weapons and stuff. Yeah, there's loads of times I do stuff and get dust down me that sets an allergy off. I somehow still forget to wear mine despite having 80 odd masks. Masks have a lot of uses, a lot more uses than just warfare. Yeah, it's one of those things you just don't think of doing it. But yeah, there's loads of. I could use a gas mask for all of the stuff I do in the shed, all of the drilling, because I wear uh, goggles or eye protection and a mask. Well, gas mask does both of them things, doesn't it? Cute Alex, Axel, sorry. Did Did you ever get a first gun or got them all in one day? Uh no, I've had loads. Like I got one in another, in another, in another. Most guns I probably got at one time was probably 3 guns I got at the same time, which was that one, that second revolver in there, and what was the other one? Oh, this. I got all them at the same time. Actually, I may have got 4 that day. May have got the HW, no, not the HW, the Crossbow 2240. That's from the local gun shop. But I wouldn't mind getting a bit of money, going down the local gun shop, getting a load again. Because they was all cheap. They were less than 100 quid for all 4 of them, I think. Brand said I have a couple. Jumper Sabu. Would a gimp mask be any good for that kind of stuff? I don't know, mate, because I think the eyes are open. I think the only thing that would stop you doing is breathing out your nose with it. Aren't they a bit like a balaclava? Just eyes open, mouth. You just be breathing more in your mouth, wouldn't you? Alex said, what happened to the brass knuckles vape? That's just, they're all sort of just, they're about. Not on display though for now, because I don't know if they're going to be legal suddenly. I'm going to have to get rid of them all. Do you know what I mean? So I wanted them to make sure I could get rid of them if I had to, sort of thing, if they become illegal to own. Weapons and stuff, yeah, and your mask is the M61. The face seal is good and it has a peripheral seal, but works far better than a shoddy dust mask. Yeah, them are things. I've been using the typical, like, pointless things. You know, I don't know why I use them. Ah, Electro's finally on. We can get down to your. We're only going to be half an hour though, but we can get down to your thing now. Electro, I'm going to town. I'll be right back. You might miss it then. I don't know. I'm going to be on till 11:30. So we'll have to see. Otherwise, I'll have to do a later one for you. Rocket, what's your favourite air pistol, past or present? Favourite one at the minute is this, which is the Gamo Falcon, is it? I can never remember. I think it's the Gamo Falcon, because you can literally shoot it all day long, underlever, with an opening breech. 177. I like that because you can literally shoot it all day and it's quite accurate. This was my favourite at one point, the Crossbow 2240, but because of CO2, it's limited. You know, if you run out of CO2, then you can't shoot it. And I always like the Webley pistols. There's one up there. Ren said, I'll just keep mine. Thanks in. Is this Electro and his brother? Oh, this is Electro and his brother. All right. Yeah. Well, if you're on, Dan, is Dan in it? If you're staying on, we can talk about. I was going to bring up the subject of weapons in space and see what these lot would say about it. Do you know what I mean? So what was your favourite thing from the past? What, as in anything? Don't know. Can't beat being young, can you? You know, I'd love to be a kid again. You know what I mean? I go see this with swords. I catching my eye, but I see you have more pistols. Yeah, yeah. There's one there, and here, and I got a sword here that's normally up there. I'm gonna do this up soon. Anxnin said, Electro and I have you plugged into a car speaker? Yeah, we're staying on. And this is Danny, yeah. Danny, I don't know how you pronounce your YouTube name. I'm going to call it Anxnin there. Bren said plasma gun. Shooter actually said you're cool. Like said, oh yeah. Bren's. I don't know what that says. We would use that sword in space, dude. Yeah, so whoever's on, Electro and his brother was recently did a video about what weapons you could use in space. So some of you lot are on, try and realistically, because they discussed the fact that you would have to not breach the hull of the spaceship, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they meant real things, not like, you know, plasma guns and stuff like that. You know, stuff that you could really get your hands on. I don't know, the Russians had like a weird pistol they actually did take to space. I don't know if you've ever seen it. And it's got like the stock as a leather thing over it. When you take it off, it's a machete underneath it. Gumble Sabu said, Mike, yeah, I owned a Gat gun, yeah. Darts were pretty good. They had a fly swatter and cork too, if I could. Never saw the fly swatter. I have actually got one of the old Gammo darts in a drawer there. Akoshi's plasma gun, and that's what the sword is for. And then Angst Nathan said, you're not supposed to be able to say it. Kind of a Lovecraft reference. Well, when I read it, I thought, how the hell am I going to say that? Angel Slayer, I changed my name to Angel Slayer. Brands, air to space missile, Eric, plasma rifle with 40 watt range, yeah. Bremsov crossbow would be fine if you had a broadhead made from a weak metal and wood so that it couldn't damage the hull of a ship. Narcosa said a joke. Alex said, didn't some NASA scientists recommend an AK-47 for space or visiting other planets? Fuck knows. But I don't know. It'd be a hard one to say, isn't it? Angel Slayer said, you have a cool crossbow. Cheers. You should see the Commando 2 compound crossbow. That is an interesting one. Brent said, the Soviet Arma's secret military space station program was equipped with a fixed 23mm autocan to prevent hostile interception or boarding by hostile forces. Did not know that. Yeah, the Russian thing, it was like I don't know if it was like a little double barrel shotgun type thing, or really bizarre looking gun though. Jumble Sabu, a gun would be a good propellant to move you backwards in zero gravity. Yeah, you know, crossbow I think would be a good idea. We did bring that up. Electro thinks that the Cobra self-loading crossbow would be good outside of the spacecraft. Yeah. And he mentioned about the cocking, and I said, because they do have cocking levers and they can have magazines now, you know. I think crossbow would be a very good spear gun. Spear gun could be good. The Soviet unmanned Polyus weapons platform was designed to be equipped with a megawatt carbon dioxide laser and a self-defense cannon. That doesn't mean a lot to me, mate. I don't know. Can't tell if you're having me on or not half the time. Weapon stuff, yeah, the pistol crossbow, if you had needle bodkin points, would work well. Yeah, like your test and the Tumbo test, they fly through Kevlar. Thanks, Nin. Hell yeah, they're good with gloves on. Yeah. JT Jensen, recoilless gun would be good in space, like the Carl Gustav 81mm. Angel Slayer, were you drinking water? Yes, I was. That's just water in there. I wouldn't do a live stream drinking booze because, well, I would actually, but not in here, be outside. I'd probably be shouting and talking rubbish. Not rubbish, but you know what I mean. I talk enough rubbish sober, so. Well, the only reason I didn't call you Danny was in case people didn't know who I was talking about, but I will call you Danny. Well, that's the only reason I didn't. But you know, I'll just call you Danny anyway. It'd be easier, wouldn't it? Weapon stuff. I wonder how strong spacesuits actually are. I don't know. The only thing I know about spacesuits is after looking up stuff like the moon, I found out that moon dust is so fine that it can go through but virtually any material. Like you could hold a cloth out, pour moon moon dust onto it, and it would just go straight through it. And it was going through that, and it was. I now don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure they said it was going through stuff that the air wouldn't go through. You know what I mean? So they had to develop parts on the material of the spacesuits, so this dust wouldn't go through. And that's pretty much all I know about a spacesuit. Danny said a recon tanto tip would crack a space helmet. Yeah, I was thinking about knives. Yeah, and some kind of nice tanto or a nice dagger would be good. Nice long blade. I was going to get mine out, but they're under my bed at the minute. My tanto and my. Well, I'll have a look anyway. No. Yeah, both my tanto and my feather are under the bed. Yeah, this is what I was wearing then. Don't do a thing. Okay, so yeah, dust moves through gravity and has no rules. HN, why does hot water make eggs hard but pasta soft? I don't know. That's really interesting. Danny said bye. Romans have carved water can make you soft if you accidentally get hard. Does anyone have a M48 Cyclone? No, but I think obviously our Booze mentioned them. Okay, since any object in motion stays in motion and the target is hit, there's no resistance. Eric clocks go forward soon. Yeah, that tonight, is it, or do you do it tomorrow? Chloe said hi. Hi, all right. I don't get many female viewers on here. It's 9 to 1, you know. I get 90% men, 91% men, 9% women. And he said, we're going to film Weapons in Space 2 tonight and we upgrade our editing software. Nice. Yeah, I know Electro, he can only do 5 minutes at a time, didn't he? But worth getting, you know, if you've got the stuff to do it on, it's worth having an alright editor. You know what I mean? I got that Wondershare. Is it Wondershare? I can't remember. Something Wondershare or Wondershare something. I quite like it. Friend said, I'm mostly in the kitchen. Bullfrog just got here a bit late, I see. Yeah, I think we're only be on for about half an hour, mate. But yeah, you'll get us for a bit. Diesel said, have you ever had any police take a negative interest in your beautiful collection, mate? Not really. They was round here in November last year, searching the house for, they said, stolen goods, stolen tools. And then they did see these and sort of got a bit like worried about them. But then I just sort of told them what they are and that, and acted sort of just normal and all right. And then they was all right about it. You know what I mean? They checked them all and that. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I've never had any like. Yeah, they like to take these and test them. They took on my crossbows once, and they thought that was illegal. It was after that crossbow killer thing. But as long as you act normal in that and not aggressive in that, man, most of the time you're all right with them. Because it's all legal anyway. You know what I mean? Weapons of that dust mask only has one strap. They have to actually have two straps to even be considered work safe. And even then they are inferior to even the cheapest rubber face mask. Yeah, they don't do anything. I don't know why I wear it, to be honest. But like, how I can tell it don't do anything is waking up my nosebleed. You know what I mean? Aaron said, do you watch Forged in Fire? Yeah, that's on tomorrow night, in it, I think. Unless it's finished now. But yeah, I do watch it. It's good, isn't it? Goes to say, brother, you're a lot better person than most. Oh, cheers. Yeah, what was I? Danny said there is a resistance in space which is very small. That's why it's called microgravity. Must have missed that. Who's been to the pub then? Anyone? I notice now getting to this time that's getting well, I don't know. Do so I've no idea if a lot of you like I know which ones are the regular viewers and commenters. Are some of you random and you found this by accident sort of thing? Or are you like long term watchers and that, but you don't really comment a lot? There's quite a few names I've not like. There's loads now. I've never seen before. Friends said, "Yeah." How many viewers we got on? 23. I don't know how many random. Jack Striker, I'm back. Been out of the dog. I'm getting the knife sharpening machine. The machine mark tomorrow. Should be interesting. Oh, nice. Yeah. I ain't had anything like that for years. I don't think we did have one years ago, but, but it was like a shitty old. You ran a bloody knife through it, and half the fucking blade would be missing. Alex asks, what do you think about the new EU UK deactivation standards? I think it's a good idea that they do it. The only thing is, it's fucked me over because half of my guns now I can't sell unless I get them or deactivated more, if you know what I mean. Just got to go to the toilet quickly. I'm back in a second. Right, back. Dan said we have to go. We'll be back if you're still on. Yeah, I'll probably be on for at least another 20 minutes, but I may be on for longer. Might go to 12. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, good to have you on for a bit and speak to you all later. Bullfrog, yeah, I was at the pub, lol. They don't let you use Wi-Fi in there. Can't remember if I don't think our football club did have Wi-Fi. The local pub did. That was all right. You should better use that. And said, yeah, on tomorrow night. Brendan said, summer. Rocket said, Ray Mears or Burger. I prefer Ray Mears personally. And Eric said, Ray Mears for president, prime minister. Bullfrog, baseball bat next to a crossbow. Cold steel, Brooklyn Crusher is indestructible. God of baseball bats. Yeah, that one's that's an old classic. What do you call it? Louisville Slugger. It's an old classic Louisville Slugger with a friend of mine's. That's his YouTube channel, Shreen Madness. But yeah, they're good things, the old baseball bat. But yeah, cold steel one. I bet that is last forever. JT, just so you know, the International Space Station passes over England in like half an hour, so any of you should be interested. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. I've seen that loads of times, and I'll go on a website called I can't remember what it's called, but there's a website that tells you all the times of the year you can see shooting stars. That's quite an interesting thing to do. Sit out when watch your shooting stars. I do it all the time. Just knowing when they come over, do you know what I mean? But you can see them easily. Bren said it's 12:10. Yeah, it's 11:10 here. Bullfrog, they have Wi-Fi, but they won't let nobody use it. The ones in town do. Ah, right. Weapon and stuff. We used to sometimes watch the space station go over unloading lorries at Argos at 6 a.m. But just enough light. It's easy enough to see. Yeah, I like doing that. I've seen it loads of times, and yeah, I do like sitting out for a night watching shoot stars and shit. Me and my mate Paul, we used to sit in the garden on fucking recliners all night long, getting pissed, looking at the stars, just chatting, just the two of us chatting bollocks, you know, drunk stuff. Double Serbu, yeah, the hassle. Every time the police come around, I have to explain to them that my collection has been checked a few years back. Coppers and even inspectors ain't too good with weapon laws. No, that's the only thing. It's disappointing. You hope that they would know their own laws, wouldn't you? But yeah. As long as you stay within the laws, nothing they can do anyways. Yeah. 200, yeah, I prefer a rounder's back. I haven't got no. I don't know how is it. Well, I've got rounders back, but they're not in here. I've got another. What's the smaller baseball bat called? That's like a full size one, and then you get like a junior one, don't you? Whatever. No, softball bat in it. I've got a softball bat over there, and then a homemade truncheon. I've got a rounder's bat somewhere. There's the smaller baseball bat. There is a lead-weighted truncheon. It's homemade. Got a lot of stuff under my bed because I used to have all of the stuff on display, but now I've only got one weapon board. I haven't got places to put everything. Brent said, how many O's? I don't know what you mean, mate. Bullfrog, brass knuckles, yeah, I've got probably over 100 knuckle dusters and brass knuckles, but not here now. Do you know what I mean? Outdoor Eric, what is the best channel related story you can remember? Channel related story? I don't know what you mean, mate, really. Explain to me what you sort of mean. Okay, so Dr. Narco likes you, mate. Yeah, look at some of my Bullfrog. If you look at some of my put brass knuckles, search brass knuckles on my channel, and you'll see. But yeah, I ain't got none on display at the minute. Have a look at my channel. Put brass knuckles in on my channel, you'll see. Maybe 150. Like I said, there we go. Outdoor, like anything related to your content, weapons, knives, knuckle dusters, or anything on YouTube that you can think of. I don't know. It's hard to think off the top of my head. I'll have to try and think of something for next time, mate. Brent said bye, and if that means you're going. I don't know. One of the funniest ones was when the bloody caught that. We was down the woods, and then there was a runner who ran out the bushes, sort of scared us, and then it turned out he'd been having a shit in the bush. That's quite fun. There's a video on that. Just reading some of these out. Yeah, I don't know, Outdoor Eric. It's hard for me to I don't know. Bullfrog, that's pretty nice, mate. I have a classic brass pair and aluminium type material, one with spikes on. I'll have a look at your vids tomorrow. Weapons and stuff. Least favourite alcohol. Rum. Definitely white rum. Cannot stand white rum. The smell of it makes me want to gag. Yeah, hate white rum. Absolutely hate it. That's about the only thing that I actually struggle to drink it. I used to hate whiskey as well, but I started liking it a bit now. I reckon if I got in, like if I gradually acclimatise myself sort of to white rum, I might be able to get to like it, but never been able to yet. Rocket said, Rack and Load has a good channel. He reviews all sorts of different firearms. I'll have to check him out, mate. Outdoor Eric said this slow mode comment restriction. Yeah, I'll probably change it back next time. Okay, this is for me it's Sambuca, I think. I quite like Sambuca. Yeah, I like that. But everyone has different tastes, don't they? Okay, just said tequila is the worst, I think. Yeah, tequila is a bit like white rum. There's a bit of a funny taste to it. Danny said, "What are your thoughts on Count Dankula bullshit?" Well, takes the piss really, and hard to believe that it's even happened. You can be convicted of stuff like that, over a joke. I don't know. I think they're doing the old usual. They want to punish someone because it probably would have never happened if he didn't have like 3 million views on the video or whatever. But I'm pretty sure I'd even seen that on something like RudeTube, which is a TV program over yeah, it's ridiculous. It shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't have some kind of conviction for that. Okay, so yeah, it's a nasty high in drinking, weapon and stuff. There was some French spirit I tried. Can't remember the name. That was awful. Had a weird orange taste. I was just going to say that. Cointreau. I think that's Cointreau. That's quite disgusting. I'll tell you something else I don't like and I can't do is Malibu. Can't stand Malibu. I don't mind coconut, but there's something about Malibu. It's too sweet. And then I will burp later and then the taste will come up and it'll nearly make me sick. Jumble Sabu, Mike, what do you think of the spiked knuckle duster Cobra movie knife, mate? Yeah, I like that. Quite an interesting, strange knife, isn't it? With the it's got like the two big holes in it, and that's the one, and the sort of curved blade. I do like that. Yeah, Cointreau's quite dirty and disgusting. Alex said, "Have you ever tried absinthe?" Once, I think, but I wouldn't mind getting some more of it and trying it like now, if you know what I mean. I think I tried it when I was a teenager. Didn't really know I was drinking it at the time. Granted, Malibu rum is gross. And Acto says mix it with spiced rum. I suppose that could work, but yeah, it just I'm even like burping it up like because I'm a bit of an alcoholic. I have been known to, if that's the only thing, I'll just get it and like down it just to get drunk. But I always regret it because I'm burping, the taste comes back up, and you regret it for hours because you're just tasting it and tasting it. Absolutely disgusting. Alex said, "What do you think of your patty gun?" Yeah, brilliant. I said in my other video yesterday, I think, that someone ought to do like a new version of that, like a modern version. The Apache gun is the knuckle duster knife revolver gun, isn't it? Let me fasten the book. No, that wouldn't be in that. I've got a book over there. Makosa said hard liquor is not worth it. Rocket said we should drink Thunderbirds. I'm not sure if I've ever had that. What's in a Thunderbird, mate? Or is it just one? We did used to like the Alternate Super, Strongbow Super, gin, anything. White Lightning. I used to drink, every day. I used to drink at night. I'd get home from work and I'd drink a 3 litre bottle of White Lightning every single night. And then I'd go to work the next day. I wouldn't be able to do that now. The hangovers I get from that are horrendous. They last about 3 days. 800, have you ever seen Shoe Nice on here who downs spirits? No, well, I might have. I've seen people doing that. That might have been in. Well, Frog, I'm not really into spirits. I prefer just drinking beer, lager, and others. Yeah, if I had a choice, I would. I'll drink spirits, like if that's all there is, but I prefer to just drink. Well, saying that, because of the gout, I got gout recently, so I have to watch out what I drink. I've been trying to drink vodka and water, and that seems to work. Don't bring it back. As I said, ever tried mead? Yeah, I made some once. That's probably my favourite wine. Quite sweet and warms the throat. Good for a cold as well. Yeah, I made some, but it probably wasn't as good as the kind of stuff you could buy. Yeah. I don't know if I ever tried bought mead, but I did make some once. It was alright, the stuff I made, but it wasn't as good as, yeah. Thunderbird, wine, blue and red labels. Red was stronger. Alright. Hey Jen said, are you still on till 12 or half 11? Personally really liking this, so 12 would be nice. Also, for some reason, I'm not really a fan of strong, but I do like rum and coke. I'll stay on for about another 15 minutes, I'll say. May go to 12, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'll stay on for a bit because it's nearly half 11 now. And the people who normally go to bed aren't in, so I could stay until they come back. So, yeah, I might be able to stay on to 12. Thunderbird is like a strong wine. I may have had that, you know. Jumble Sabu said dirty and disgusting. That's how I like my women. Okay, says, yeah, well, it's fun till you overdo it and ruin things. Yeah, exactly. You reap what you sow when it comes to alcohol. I know way too much about drinking too much alcohol. Do you know what I mean? Danny said, Electro says he has had real white lightning from the hills of Tennessee. Ah, yeah, that's moonshine, isn't it? What we call white lightning over here is a cider, and it's a strong cider, but nowhere like, you know, like the 80% stuff you'd get, like white lightning. What do you call it? Moonshine. 200 bitter or lager. Rocket said, yeah, the red one. Narcosis, hey, leave this guy alone. Rocket, I used to like 2020. Yeah, we used to get 2020. It was hard to drink though. It was a bit too sickly, but it would get you good and pissed. I say we used to. I probably, when I was a teenager, probably had it a couple of times. We always preferred Tenant Super or Strongbow Super because it was the cheapest, strongest booze you could buy, or bottles of White Lightning. Eric said clocks go forward as well. Jack Striker, Thunderbird Red was 17%. All right, maybe I don't think I'd ever had that. I don't think they did it round here, or maybe they did. We just didn't know about it. I guess just let him come back later. What a good person he is. Danny said, give root beer and Jameson a try. I'll have to look into that. Rocket can get blue Thunderbird around here, but not the red. Himself, I still have some 95% Polish alcohol left. If you drink that neat, it burns the lining off your throat. Okay for mixing. Yeah, people get quite ill drinking stuff like that because they don't realise how strong it is. Start drinking it like a normal shot, and obviously that's like the equivalent of having or more than a double each time. You know, and end up getting alcohol poisoning. You have to be quite careful. Okay, since you are intelligent. I don't know half the time who you're talking to, mate. Rocket said Tenant Super has gone down to 8%. Tenant Super's not worth buying now. It's It's well, it's gone down in percentage, like you said, and it's like £2.50 a can. Bullfrog said White Lightning is a proper pisshead drink, tramp stuff, by the way. Yeah, I know that. I know. I used to buy it because it was the cheapest, strongest booze you could get, and I just used to want to get pissed out of my face every night. This was like 15 years ago. I had to get arrested every single Friday and Saturday. By the way, have you ever smoked weed, mate? I quit that 4 years ago. Yeah, I used to smoke it years and years and years ago, every day. And then it started making me paranoid. Still paranoid now, but yeah. Yeah, I can't smoke. If I smoke like now, instant paranoia. I have to go in my room, turn the light off, lock the door, pray to God that no one tries to talk to me. You know what I mean? And I still feel weird the next day. Then he said, so if you had to pick one weapon to use for the rest of your life, what would it be? Some kind of dagger, I reckon. I don't know, because the only problem with a dagger, that's instant death. A truncheon might be good, because you could use it and not kill someone, but you could also kill someone if you had to. Jack Striker, stay off gin. That stuff is pure poison. I like the old gin, Jack. Jumble Sabu. Mike, I thought you'd be more of a Colt 45 live man. You know what? I've never had that. Yeah, we used to love the alternate soup. We used to walk all the way down to the local. Well, problem is I couldn't get served where I was because everyone around all the shops around where I knew how old I was, knew my mum and dad in that, and wouldn't serve us. So we'd have to walk at least 5 or 6 miles to the closest off license that would serve us, and then you'd have to wait until no one was in the shop, go in there, buy our booze, which was a couple of cans. You know, this is when we was like 14, 15. Buy a couple of cans of Tenant Super or a couple of cans of Strongbow. And that could get you pissed at that age. And it was weird because we never told him our names. When we'd go in the shop, he'd always say, hello, Michael. Hello, Malcolm. He knew our names and everything. He must have listened to us talking to each other. Yeah, and you'd have to wait till no one was in the shop and then he'd serve you, knowing that you was like 14, 15. Okay, so it's paranoia. You're more of a brother to me than you know. Yeah, I'm a terrible paranoid person, I am. Dumble Sabu, I tried Romanian plum brandy once, never again. It was like drinking turps. I got some cherry sort of wine I made in my fridge, just a bit like that. This was a computer playing up. I have to call it a night. Night, mate. Good to see you on. Eric, special brew was made for Winston Churchill. A special brew was one we used to have, but that always used to have I preferred Tenant Super over special brew. And there was Crest Super, I think it was 10%. I think it was Crest Super was 10%. Danny said you can still get large on blacks, the clove smokes over here there still. Never heard of that. I probably am going to have to go off in 5 minutes now because I've heard the people are back. So I'll stay on for 5 more minutes and then I'm going to have to go off. Rocket, I remember when Tenant Super was £1 a can, the good old days. Yeah, that's what I remember. It was weird. You could get a can of Tenant Super, £1, and a can of Foster's was £1. Now, a can of Foster's is £1.10 and a can of fucking Tenant Super is £2.50. It's just not worth buying for that kind of price. That's why I started making my own booze. Tennant's is better than Special Brew or Kestrel. Yeah, Kestrel was the other one, yeah. Because a lot of people like us are not being noticed to how we are. That is being awesome. Okay, so see you soon, brother. I'm leaving now. Well, thanks for joining and see you later. Weapons, I said, I bet they blame Brexit for it. Jack Striker may go live tomorrow afternoon if you are about night, mate. I'll definitely join, Jack. And good night, mate. Yeah, try and well, I'll just keep an eye out, and then as long as I catch it, I'll definitely join. So I'll speak to you later. Yeah, I'm going to go off in about 5 minutes anyway, because I've noticed the people who was out are back now, so they'll be going to bed in a minute. So I can't keep going on. Keep people up otherwise. Otherwise I have to whisper. Wolfrog said, Jack, I'll try and get on tomorrow. Yeah, I'd be interested to see who comes on yours, Jack. That'd be good, because I know you get a hell of a lot of commenters. You probably get more commenters on your videos than I do. People like to talk a lot on yours, you know, on your videos, do you know what I mean? So hopefully you should get quite a few commenters on a live stream, I reckon. Be interesting. I don't know if you've got any topics or anything. I'm just going to do what I do, just come on. And I always have a couple of things I can just talk about if it gets a bit sort of quiet. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Let's vote on these films quickly if people are still here. So, the films I've got to watch over the week, and you lot can watch them as well if you want. He said, just a random chat. Oh, and stupidness. Yeah, that's all. That's what you want to do. I don't really plan these. I just do anything and just let it take its course. Do you know what I mean? You just talk about anything. Do you know what I mean? Robin said, at least on your vids, Mike, you don't get the same questions over and over. Yeah. Oh, no, that must do your head in, mate. JT Jensen, the ISS is passing over you in just a moment. I might miss it then, but right, out of these videos, these films, tell me what you reckon I should watch. So there's Island of Death, The Accountant, Virus, Revenant, Soul Station, and Dead Mine. And whatever one you write in there, whichever one I see the most, I'll watch the top two. So Island of Death, The Accountant, Virus, Revenant, Soul Station, and Dead Mine. And I'll put a little tick next to them. So I've got Virus, has got one. Rocket said, be good if you could get hold of a 44 Magnum replica. Yeah. Double Sabu, they should class Skull as alcohol-free lager. Yeah, the old Skull's 2%. Drank a whole case of that once, and I could tell I wasn't pissed, and I still didn't fancy my missus. Well, I'll tell you what, me and my mate Richard got 48 cans of that, the 2% Skull, and drunk that. Yeah, we weren't pissed either. 24 cans each. It's like 2% in it, but you can get Skull Super, which is like 9%. Alex said Revenant, so that's another one for that. Weapons such as Dead Mine and Virus, so Dead Mine, Virus. So Virus has got 2, Revenant, and Dead Mine have got 1. Virus again, 2% will be good for drinking water post shit in the fan. Yeah, exactly. Danny said, we are out. See you next time. Do you like Danny and Dave? Good to see you on for a bit. I know because of the time difference, it's hard for you. But I think if I did one really early in the morning, you could probably watch that. It'd be the evening for you. But I never get up early enough. If I get up really early one day, I'll try and do a really early one, and that'll be your evening. Dumble Sabu said Dead Mine and Virus. So it looks like Virus is going to be one of them. Wolf American, I need to feed my pet birdie a spider. See you next time, mate. Yeah, it's good seeing you on, mate. See you later. Have you tried Pilsner, Urquell, or other Czech beers? They're lovely. I don't think I have, mate. I don't try a lot of variation of stuff. The last stuff I was drinking, another vote for Revenant. I would all Foster's and Orange Boom. But yeah, I don't actually try a lot of different lagers and that, and beers. Half the time I'm drinking to get drunk, do you know what I mean? Right, unless there's a couple more, I'm going to call it quits in a minute. So if you've got any quick questions or comments, get them in quickly and vote in for the thing. So yeah, it looks like it'll be Virus and Dead Mine. I think Revenant's got 2 as well, but I'll eventually watch all of these. But if you don't want to watch the same things I'm going to watch Virus, Revenant, or Dead Mine then, and then we can talk about it. Fitzy, have you tried Copperberg? Yeah, drunk some out of Darryl once down Tesco's, and we was pissed out of our faces, walked all the way down to Tesco, which is a couple of miles away, at like 5 o'clock in the morning, or maybe 6. No, I think it's like we've been drinking that all night from 8 in the evening to 8 o'clock in the morning. Walked down to Tesco's, bought a crate of Copperberg, sat on the bench outside, and then ended up getting the security came out and told us to leave. Yeah, I have had Copperberg. I think that was the peach one we had. Peach cider in it. Weapons of the toppy cider apple was nice. If pear or not peach, pear cider in it. I personally prefer apple cider, but I don't mind a pear cider. Yeah, not peach, I meant pear. 800, another great stream. See you later, everyone. Cheers for joining in, mate. I've enjoyed it. Rocket said I'm off. Great chat as always. Take care. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I'll see you all later now. It's been a good long stream. So I will be watching Virus, The Revenant, and Dead Mine over the coming week before next Friday. So if you want to watch them as well, and then talk about them with me, do that. Like Osis said, you said you're taking off, mate. Yeah, I'm just going to go in a minute, mate. Weapons, I said, great stream. Cheers, Liam. Number 7 boosted, great choices. Yeah, I'll watch them then. Yeah, it looks like some of the people are leaving now. So, yeah. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for having a chat. Thumbs it up so, they get shared to other people when we finish. And I'll watch them 3 films and we'll talk about them next week if anyone else does. I'll tell you if I liked them or not anyway. Yeah. Thanks for joining on in. Hey, Chen, Alex, Liam, Tit100, Narcosis, Rocket, Jumps Out Boo. See you all later. Well, I would like to stay on, but someone in the room right next to me just got out of bed, and someone in that room just got out of bed. So I'd either have to whisper or, you know what I mean? So see you all later. Thanks for joining in, having a good old chat. I enjoyed that. See you next Friday, and maybe for a random one in the week. Don't forget to click the bell. And then if I do one in the week randomly, you'll see it. But definitely Friday and Saturday. Oh, and I'll be on. If you ever see Liam doing one, Weapons Stuff 93, chances are I'll be in there commenting. And if my twin brother does one, JJR Survival, I'll be in his commenting as well. So you can see me in the chat doing a commenting as well, All right, I gotta go. See you all later.